Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Code's Corner K6, Episode 3. I'm your host, Kode McClure, joined today by the Imperator.
Do you follow? I don't.
You?
I'm also joined by Kyle, as per usual.
Yeah, I'm just here.
And our lovely companion, Mr. McFunkster, is sadly unconscious. So he will join when he wakes up from his coma.
Pretty much when he feels like it.
He was making too many Joker jokes.
He was. The police had to restrain him for his own safety. He was drinking too much anarchy.
Drink anarchy.
But yeah, so last time, our intrepid anti-heroes continued their investigation.
I wouldn't say we're anti-heroes.
Well, Kyle is.
What?
Even Kyle's tame.
Well, for now.
Kyle has done no such anti-hero business.
Yeah, but my plot story, my plot point is
Yeah,
definitely
his backstory is anti-hero. Yeah. So
bro.
So the party continued their investigation of the Day of Worth celebration up in the Appalachian Mountains of the state of New York, outside of Ryanstown, and they looked around, they talked to people, they found out that the preacher, I think it's Joseph Wentworth is his first name. He is a magic user of some kind, and then they found out that his butler, his bodyguard, is a psyker of some kind. And then they watched a man die and a woman T-pose and fly around for a while, and then they watched a crippled child walk, and then they went to bed as the curfew occurred. And they realized as they kind of, Johnny, you weren't here for this, but when curfew happened, went into your rooms and stuff, and the clock struck, I think it was like 9 or 10 when curfew was. When the clock struck the time, all the doors locked in the building you're in. You hear them all in unison, just like chunk, slide into place. So yeah, do you all sleep?
I'm gonna sleep with one eye open.
All right.
Like a light sleep.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll stay up for a bit to hear the sounds. I kind of want to know what's going on. I ain't about to have what happened at the hotel happen to me again. So yeah.
Okay, so you wanna watch out for any suspicious plumes of drug smoke, or are you how exactly are you keeping an eye out?
Oh, dude, I'm you know what I let the DMPC fall asleep. I make him think I'm falling asleep. I set a chair in the corner of the room. And then
are we all in the same room?
No, it's pairs of two again.
Okay, so who's with who?
I'll probably be with the DMPC, bro. Sleep with I can't be mixing sleep partners.
Well.
I mean, if you're gonna sleep with me, man, let me tell you, I'm gonna.
I mean, Xavier's just asleep.
Yeah.
I'll sleep for like. What's the required amount? Like
8.
I'll sleep in shifts. So like I'll fall asleep for an hour, I'll wake up for an hour. I'll fall asleep for an hour, I'll wake up for an hour.
Okay.
That's what I'll do.
Look at my schedule to see how much sleep you would actually end up getting in that case.
Well, I mean, my character goes to the room early, right?
I mean, sure.
Well, I guess if you really wanted to.
Because I had to go early last time, so
you would
I just go to the room early.
So you would get like 6 hours of sleep and then 6 hours of being awake, basically. So that's, I mean, you're gonna be real tired, but you don't quite have a point of exhaustion. You're not like that tired.
I think.
All right.
I think what I do.
I'm just a little bit encumbered the next day.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
the itinerary, that's the name for it, right?
Yep.
When are we supposed to be out of our rooms, if we need to even be out of our rooms?
8 o'clock is breakfast.
Okay, so, and it struck 9?
Yep.
I think I'd be awake for, like, I'll make it easy on you, an hour after, like, the DMPC falls asleep. Sit in the corner, and then, wake him up and be like, I've been expecting you.
But you woke him up. What do you mean?
Exactly. I've been expecting
He'd
him to
never
wake up.
expect it.
I've been expecting him to wake up. And then I will. What do I want to do? I'll probably go. Excuse me. Sorry. In a shift, the 2 hours 2 to 3 hours before we're supposed to breakfast starts, we'll both be asleep. I'm just staying up long enough to see if anything actually does happen. No.
Okay. Are you looking at the window? Are you trying to listen out for footsteps outside? Or are you what are you doing?
Can I do both?
I mean, I guess you can make me 2 perception checks then. And then
Okay.
you can decide which role you want for which task.
Okay. 6 and 10.
All right. Which do you want to get the better? Which do you want the 10 to be on? The looking at the window or listening for footsteps?
Oh, you can hear that. How clear is the window, I guess?
I mean, let's see. I think realistically, you guys would have been housed in the northernmost dorm building, that being building number 10, but on the left, and to the the farthest that you can get there, as right next to the mansion.
Oh, wait.
What?
I'm in danger.
Why?
Because there is now suspicion that Xavier is the one that was reading the leader's mind.
No.
There's suspicion, yeah, but there isn't confirmed knowledge, you would figure.
I mean, I don't think anyone's really going to go after you and be like, gonna kill him. That's it.
I would hope not.
Hey, look, in the morning, I'll change up his face. Hopefully I roll another 10.
Well, he already looked different. You could just not do it at all, and he would look different by comparison.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, actually, this whole time, he's not going to look like his original. He's going to come back, not look like himself, and the commander will be like, who? Who?
Yeah, so your window can see the preacher's mansion, and then the woods around the mansion, basically.
I definitely want 10 for there, though. Definitely. Because I don't know if you were there for it, John, but I saw lots of magic on his mansion.
I saw some magic coming from his magic.
Mm-hmm.
In the form of
I thought you said it was radiating magic.
Well, yeah, it's radiating magic, yeah, but it's not staring into the sun level of magic. It's just there are a bunch of words and stuff on the building.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't know about you, but I definitely think that guy is, not okay. Probably has some fear of some sort.
I mean, it's that, or he could be controlled.
So you do not hear any footsteps outside of your rooms or anything. But as you can look out the window, probably around 11 or 12, you do see the preacher and his butler accompanied by those four big Praetorian armored guys, leave out the back of the mansion and march off into the woods to the northwest of the mansion.
Ominous.
Northwest of the man. What is northwest of the mansion?
Nothing you know about. Not being out there yet.
Man. All right.
And probably like an hour or two later, at like 12 or 1 o'clock in the morning, that group of dudes walks back from the woods and then back into the mansion. And then they do not leave again.
Now, what about the hearing for?
You don't hear anything.
Okay. All right. Then I suppose after seeing that display, I'd probably just go back to sleep.
All right. So in that case, you all get the bare minimum requirement of rest, and then wake up bright and early at like 8 o'clock, ready for breakfast. And then at 9, there is another like early morning sermon, basically.
Early morning Sherman.
Yeah.
God, these people are religious. It's almost like they're a cult, I swear.
Yeah, almost. You know.
Who would have thunk?
Yeah.
Not
This
me,
is like
not
a
me.
convention.
I thought they were just chill people. Yeah, I thought it was just like a convention. You know, everyone dress up, drink the Kool-Aid, go home.
Well, you don't go home after drinking the Kool-Aid. You just die.
Like I said, go home.
Avoid the Kool-Aid and go home.
Say no to the Kool-Aid.
I'll
yeah.
be right back. I can still hear though, so I might comment, but I'll be right back.
All right. So yeah, you all wake up, having gotten the bare minimum requirement of sleep. Do you go and like get breakfast or?
I think the most I'll get is like a cup of coffee.
Okay.
I'll probably like get water and
Bottled?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. Yeah. But, yeah. And maybe eat something. Depends on what they got, man. What they cook?
Well, it's like a buffet style breakfast, like a brunch. They got like waffles, pancakes, eggs, hash brown sausages, bacon, muffins, stuff like that. Biscuits, tea, coffee, juice.
Biscuit, bacon, maybe an apple in there.
Alright.
Healthy, you know?
I'm gonna go over to like the breakfast table,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna like make sure that this food's on the level. Can I use like an intelligence check for that, or is it either like you eat it or you don't, and either you get poisoned or you don't?
I mean, okay, I guess. I don't think you'd be able to tell, even if it was.
Can I try to see if the food tastes a little funky? Like, does it taste not like what it's supposed to taste like?
You give me a perception check then, I guess.
Alright, cool. Yeah, I'll do that. That is a 6.
Okay. With the 6. I'll say. So, you walk over to like the table and you get like a muffin, a seemingly mundane muffin.
Well, I mean, like I'll get like a muffin. I'll get like bacon. Some. Would they have grits here? Probably not, right?
Probably. They got like a bit of everything, basically.
Oh yeah, sure. And then I'll try a little bit of everything.
Okay. And then you're trying a little bit of everything. None of it tastes as you wouldn't expect. They don't taste like almond, cyanide, or whatever in the food or anything. It seems to be, on the level,
Okay.
and it's pretty good. This is the best you've ever had, but
Yeah.
it's still, it's like a little like it's like probably like a step above diner restaurant, like IHOP.
It's manageable.
Yeah, it's still pretty good, and it's
And
free.
I don't
So
I don't like keel over or anything.
no, you don't. You don't just like
Probably.
immediately die.
Okay, yeah, so I'll eat.
All right.
This was immediately my downfall.
All right, now you die. No,
Now you die. Now that you've fallen into my trap.
no, you've you've drank the Kool-Aid. It's too late for you.
So, I get at my table with the 4 compadres and I go, well, boys, what's on the plan for today? I open up the itinerary because that way, like, we can plan around it, I guess, in a sense, Get more hardcore evidence.
I mean, I don't know. What is the plan?
Quick question. Where was the mansion again?
On the map,
number?
it's building 4.
And they went northwest?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Northwest.
Northwest.
I had a figure. I had an inkling that when you described that, I'm like, oh, are they going towards that corner left? I want to go there, like first day, but I'm like, am I allowed there? Is that allowed?
Is that allowed?
That allowed.
What?
I'll probably actually say that to the boys and be like, yeah, I saw some people. Wink, wink.
Can I interpret this message? Do I know what he's talking about?
Make an intelligence check.
Oh my god. Don't fail this. You failed. Did you fail?
I got a 1.
You're too busy. Too busy, kind of like staring off at the beautiful sky and the lovely like forest, and it is really beautiful up here. And the sky is bright, and the sun is bright.
So tired.
Yeah, it's also quite tired.
And I'm just so tired from last night, from covering Xavier's useless character at this point. I don't even register what he's saying.
Yeah, he's just like, some people wink wink, and you're just like, huh?
Did you say something?
Trying. Very much trying.
Ainsley gets what you're saying, though. Ainsley knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Ainsley, what's he talking about? What's he talking about?
He's like he's referring to the big man in charge here.
Yeah,
What was his name again?
Wentworth. Joseph Wentworth.
That guy.
Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go back to eating.
Nice. But yeah, saw them went northwest towards an area I do not know of. So, as far as I can tell, we might want to go there.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, somehow you're gonna have to go there. It's not marked on the map from what I've seen. So, be forewarned. Yeah, that's about it. That's all I got. Okay,
Okay.
I'll say like who's there, I guess, but as far as I know, that's all I got.
All right. Sure. So Kyle's character explains what he saw. Uh, the four Praetorian soldiers with the butler and the preacher go into the woods in the middle of the night and then come back an hour later.
Okay.
Did I notice them with anything, or it was just that?
Nope. You saw them go and then you saw them come back. They didn't seem any different when they left or came back or anything. They weren't talking to each other. They weren't saying anything. They were just walking there and walking back.
Interesting. Okay. Very interesting, my dear friend. But all right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about that itinerary. What's on the schedule for today?
Well, let's see. From 9 to 12, there is a service. And then 12 o'clock is lunch. And then it's probably like from 1 to 2, there is another, like, there's like two, like a couple of hours of, like, you know, do whatever you want, like see the convention center, talk to people, take photos, that sort of stuff. And then from 3 to 6, there is another sermon. And dinner is at 6. And then from 7 to 9, there is another service, the final kind of closing speeches and stuff. And then curfew, you go to bed one more time, you wake up, and then you leave.
In quotation marks.
You leave if I say you can leave. No, okay. This is the last day of the festival, so.
Yeah. As funny as I would love to make play this safely, I definitely think at some point we should go to number 11, even though we don't know 11's technically there.
All right.
So I'll ask Ainley and John, and Think Tank will think about the answer. When do you think we should go? What times do you think it'll be ready available?
What's the best time to go there?
That's what I'm asking.
I don't know. I'm down for any time. Doesn't matter to me.
I mean, there is those 2 hours after lunch that are free.
Sure then.
All right. We'll do that.
Alrighty. Then in that case, you guys finish up your breakfast, and then the morning sermon begins. It is another kind of like more quiet, calm, reflective sermon about, like, the beauty of life around you, and, like, appreciating like nature and taking care of yourself and those around you and being a good person and all that stuff. Pretty stark contrast from the sermons the day before. As the preacher kind of, like, he kind of gives us his sermon, and he kind of points out various things in the landscape that are beautiful, and that he says that the mortars are responsible for making, the beautiful woods and the clear blue sky and the perfect round clouds. And you kind of look at everything he's pointing out, and it is almost mesmerizingly beautiful. Everything is perfectly clear, and yeah, this is I suppose this is another outdoor sermon. So you're all in the main, like, big open dirt field with folding chairs and stuff again.
Basically the thoroughfare.
Yeah. And he kind of tells everybody to look around and kind of appreciate the sights, and it is very beautiful. Everything is vibrant colors. The sky is perfectly clear. The temperature is perfectly comfortable.
It is perfectly 78 degrees.
Almost
Yeah.
too perfect.
Yeah.
The trees are all in bloom because it's nice and summery and stuff. There's a nice gentle cooling breeze that comes through. And you'll find yourselves very much at peace, despite the circumstances around you.
Am I a little too at peace? Can I glean anything from this feeling?
Make me an intelligence check.
Yeah, I was about to ask after you're done giving
That's
the
a 9.
All right, Kyle, if you want to make the same check to figure something else, or figure something out about it as well, you can.
Sure. Also a 9.
All right, you both come to more or less the same conclusion. As you kind of look around, the colors are a lot more vibrant than you remember them being before. And then you recall back to when you were all like blasted off of bronze, and how the colors in the world like uber like cranked up the hue and vibrancy levels. And this is kind of like you get the feeling you've been like microdosed at some point with bronze, because colors are a little bit more beautiful and things are a little bit prettier. And as you kind of realize, wait a minute, the colors here are a bit too vibrant. Then it kind of clicks that, oh, maybe you're feeling so calm because the drug is making you open a suggestion, and the preacher's sermon is suggesting that you should be at peace, and therefore you are at peace because you're high. You are like noticeably high. You're still like fully aware of yourself. It's just that you're like,
Isn't that like, oh, you took a nippet of it? It's like, it's not enough.
Yeah, it's a microdose.
Fully, but it's enough to make you. Yeah.
Can I make a willpower and shake myself from this?
I mean, there aren't any like effects besides the world is a bit prettier and you're a bit calmer than usual, but so no, there aren't any like mechanical effects to it.
No, I need to be the I am calm. What sorcery is this?
Wow, this man really said, "I can't be this calm. Not allowed."
Yeah. Where I am, I should not be this calm.
But no, you cannot do anything to resist it. This is a drug.
Nullify this?
Drugs. Nope. Gotta wait for it to wear off.
Can be. All right. That is the case.
That is unfortunate.
Very.
But at least I'm aware of it now.
Yeah, you both kind of the same conclusion that you've been microdosed with bronze or some similar drug and are experiencing like the passive effects of it. Basically, there's nothing like active because it hasn't been a big enough dose like it was in the hotel where you could like go berserk or something like that. This is just enough to make you happier and colors go wonky a little bit.
All right. I suppose I will pay no mind to that then. Well, actually, I won't not pay no mind to it, but I'll be more aware at like what happens, I guess, if that makes sense.
That does not make any sense. Please be more specific.
I will be very specific. Now that I know that I'm drugged and not under the influence of a spell or actually deciding to go hippie, I'm gonna be more like on alert for any possibilities for them to further increase the dose.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
I mean, you would both pretty much figure out. You would assume that like the food and the drinks, yeah, you figure out because you both got 9s that they've probably been microdosing you the entire time. You just not noticed until now.
Oh wow.
Which also means that you might not be able to trust what you saw before.
Ah.
Depending on how
do.
powerful the doses were, anyway. But yeah, if you figure that probably everything is probably in some form like microdosed, a little bit here, a little bit there, and over time it's added up until this point, probably. So like basically they did it in such a way that you wouldn't be able to taste it, but if after you had enough meals, the effect would stack, and it would get to the point where you would feel the effects.
Ah, okay.
Time to starve myself.
They fed us animals.
I mean, you had bacon, so I guess yes, you had pig.
No, I mean like, if you're trying to treat an animal and they won't take the pill itself, you put it in a treat.
You wrap it in food, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they did that.
Nice. Glad to know that. All right.
But yeah, his sermon goes by uneventfully, but you all do still feel very tranquil, very calm, very centered, very spiritually active.
No one flying again.
No, he doesn't present for any miracles. He just kind of calls everybody to like reflect on their lives and pick out the things they're most grateful for, or he encourages you to like try to find the beauty in everyday life and appreciate what you have and yada yada yada. And then it ends after 3 hours of songs and sermon.
God, so many sermons and songs.
Yeah, it's pretty insufferable for you guys because it's 3 hours at a clip. So.
Oh, not 3 hour masses, please.
Yeah, bro.
Okay. All right. What's after the mass?
Lunch.
Okay. Are we allowed to roam during eating times or no?
To a degree, yeah. You can choose to go like to the restaurant, or you choose to go to like the buffet style place in the mess hall.
I'm assuming they won't allow us to go to like as far as the lake, even though I don't want to go to the lake and want to go somewhere else.
Yeah, they don't let you like roam anywhere, but and then after lunch, then they let you go wherever, basically.
All right, and then I'll hop on that. I don't think I'll be eating anything new.
Yeah.
Wow, we're not gonna, purposefully microdose yourself with the drugs. Come on.
Dude,
I'm gonna share that sentiment. I don't think I'm gonna be eating anything either.
Look, man,
now that I know that I'm being microdosed.
Fun as it would be to, microdose myself again and again and again.
And again.
I ain't about that life right now,
Wow. Well. All right.
Sorry, bro.
So you guys don't eat lunch, and then after that hour, lunch ends, and you guys have 2 hours to wander about the property and do as you wish.
Yo, so can I like kind of roam?
I mean, yeah.
All right, I turn to Kai's character. Iris. Wait a minute. Okay.
Wow.
I turned to John's character and said,
Wait, what?
I said I was meaning your character, but I said Cairo instead of like.
Yeah.
Right,
the timelines, they're getting confused.
Nah, I think I accidentally said that.
We're mixing up the timelines. Let's go.
Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, so I turn to everyone. I'm like, all right, group consensus. We drop. We're going to where I suspected they went to. Anyone care to join? Anyone
Yeah.
care to sneak
Sure.
with me?
Yeah, sure.
All right, so here's what I'm gonna do first. I'm gonna cosmetic everyone's faces first. That's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
All right.
Even though, like, I don't think it's gonna work on Ainsley too much. He's kind of got the white hair robot arm. Maybe I'll give him like a jacket. I'm sorry if the jacket, is a little girly. It's okay, Ainsley. Just do it for now.
Okay, then make me. Are you doing yourself as well?
Oh, you know it, baby.
All right, then give me 4 intelligence checks.
All right. Got a 10. I got a 5. Got an 8 and a 7. I'll give all the high ones to the boys, and since Xavier's not here technically, I'll give the 10. Actually, will the 10 be enough to actually disguise Ainsley?
I mean, I guess like you can't hide like all of his hair or all of his bionic arm, but you can do a decent job, I guess.
Okay. Will what did I say? A 5, a 7, a 10, and something else?
I think it was an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah, an 8. Okay. So is an 8 and a 10 the same thing for Ainsley, basically? Or
No, 10 is what I described. 8 would be he's still the same person, but from a distance, maybe he's a little bit different.
all right.
So give the 10 to Ainsley.
Yeah, I'll definitely give the 10 to Ainsley. Giving the 8 to John, the 7 to Think Tank, and the 5 to myself, of course.
Alrighty. And then you all head off on your way then, I assume?
Yeah.
Alright, so you all walk to the edge of the main plaza, and you make your way down to, or not down, into the kind of woods up.
Cyrus said McFunkster.
Up in that part of the building. Not part of the building, the compound. Eventually, it probably only takes you like 5-10 minutes of walking. You make it into a clearing where there is like a collection of Stonehenge-like big rocks, arranged in kind of like a semicircle, like a big flat one in the middle, probably like 20 feet long, like probably like 6 feet tall. In the kind of like one side, and there's like the 3 other like standing stone constructions to the further northwest of it. There's nobody around. You don't hear anything besides like the birds chirping and some like flies and stuff, or bees buzzing around.
I don't trust these bees. They got micro cameras.
The robot bees.
You know what? I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised at this point. So there's nothing really special about this, right?
I mean, not that you can see. There'd be a bunch of rocks in a field.
Well, these bunch of rocks in the field. If you show me, please tell me.
Are there any like markings on the ground?
Yeah, I was gonna ask markings, magic field, possible heathen dead body burial site.
Heathen. Yeah, there's a
Possible.
Yeah, right next to the rock, you get giant like mass grave. No. I mean, you can both make perception checks to look around for like
Anything
symbols
out
or
of the
anything.
ordinary.
Yeah.
That is a 9.
I just got a 5.
All right. Well, with the 5, you notice that there are pretty worn, but they are still present. Like runic carvings, like hieroglyphs of some kind, etched into the stones. They look very old, or at least very weathered, and are like barely visible in some parts. They don't appear to be magical anymore, if they ever were. You don't sense any magic in the area. Mr. Dynamo, you kind of like look around for any marks on the ground, and you don't. How would this? Okay, yeah. So, you don't find any other markings besides the carvings in the rocks. And you kind of walk around. You kind of step onto like the grass in front of the like big horizontal rock, and you kind of as you kind of move your foot across it, you feel like a lip in the ground, but it's not like a natural like little like hole or divot. It feels like a hard solid line in the ground.
Like a door or pressure plate?
I shall investigate further.
All right. You kind of look over, get down on your hands and knees, and you find that there is a seam in the dirt and the grass, and it's probably like 10 feet long by 10 feet. Actually, is it 10 feet? Let me look. I have my map for this.
Interesting.
Where is it?
By the way, can I check if anyone did see us and or follow us?
So yes, it is 10 feet long and 10 feet wide. The kind of like square seam in the grass, and it does border the stone, the horizontal, big horizontal stone. To look see if anybody followed you. Make another perception check.
All right, give me a moment. That, my lovely friend, is an 8.
You don't see or hear anyone.
Okay. That worries me, but okay. Hey, odd question. Did Xavier have any ionics that could map out an area, or no?
I don't believe so. No, he only has. He's more telekinetic than he is telepathic. So. Let's see. I can double check. No.
All right, well, let's crack this door open.
I mean, there is no apparent way to. So all you found is a seam in the ground. You haven't you didn't know. Probably. I guess you would. Also, every like couple of feet or so, you would find smaller seams that run from left to right, as well.
So there's one big seam, right?
Yeah, there's the main big square seam that runs 10 feet by 10 feet. And then in that big square, there are smaller seams that run horizontal every, like, foot-ish.
Guess this. What is this?
It is a underground altar.
I mean, this could be like their security department. But like, hey, can I try and find anything else out of the plate, like out of sorts, like out of place, out of sorts, anything
I mean, if you
that
want,
might indicate a switch?
Sure.
you want me to help?
Yeah, you can help. Can I gain an advantage on this?
So
Yeah.
I was gonna like search myself.
Oh, like, well, if he's gonna search himself, then you
can
both
gain
can make
that
checks.
Okay.
Nah, you can gain the advantage, bro.
All right, then in that case, you just get advantage if Cal's not going to roll.
Okay, cool. Oh, this one was stark contrast. A 1 and a 10.
Nice. So yeah, you kind of look around a little bit more, and kind of like where the big main seam is, that part of the horizontal stone block that it kind of like presses up against, it does have more kind of worn out hieroglyphs. And one of the hieroglyphs, a little like eyeball carving, or like a little eye, two-dimensional eye carving, seems to be noticeably unworn out.
I guess I'm gonna press it.
All right, so you press it in and it slides in a little bit, like a button, like that's it. That was easy button. And
Okay.
the kind of grass where the seams were, kind of like collapsed down in increments to make a staircase that leads down into a metal hallway.
Well, would you care to light the way?
Ha 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 ha. Yeah, sure. I flick like, I guess, small tongues of
Just
fire
snap.
in the air.
Just snap
Yeah, just
and light your thumb on fire.
light the thumb lighter, Mark II.
Yeah, magic thumb lighter.
Okay, so you all descend. This hallway is lit, by the way. It's not, you know. It is a lit metal
alright,
hallway.
well, then let's just go.
And it is.
Nah, actually,
You're still gonna have
think
the
it's
little
all
bit of
flame.
fire. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it is
Ready.
lit. There are lights
Have
in
ready,
the
like Dark Souls.
in the ceiling, and it is pristine clean. After the kind of like grass steps, it just is flat steel
Is
on
there
all
like a
walls for a
welcome
ceiling.
mat here where you can wipe off your shoes?
No, not here. And you guys kind
The
of
dead body.
walk. I think this is 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. You walk like 25 feet down this hallway, and then it curves to the left, and then down another 10-foot hallway. There is a big 10-foot by 10-foot steel blast door with a keypad on the
Okay,
side.
well, since we don't know what we're getting into,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take pictures, and I think we should go. Because, one, we don't know if anybody's out there waiting for us. And two, in the scenario that someone is waiting for us, I don't want to have them come up from behind us.
Okay.
And just because we didn't see anybody doesn't mean no one knows we're here.
All right, then if that is, well, actually, you know what, that is a very smart thing. If that is the case,
So I'm gonna take some pictures and then hide my phone.
I think if anything, if we are worried to take stuff, because I was hoping for like more evidence, but I suppose what I would have done was probably record the process of John's character
Like opening it?
up, you know, the hat. Yeah, so that way when we give it to Big Boss, you know, he'll be like, you know, they said they opened this, but they didn't tell us how.
Okay. Okay, yeah, sure,
Well,
you guys can do that.
assumably that would be in a field report.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, yeah, but video is a lot better than trying to describe a place.
True.
Hmm.
Press the small eyeball. What do you mean the small eyeball?
I don't see a small eyeball.
Alright, so I'd say we'd have ample evidence. I'm gonna hide my phone in the only place I know how.
My breast?
In my pants.
Okay, you do so.
Because no one's gonna look there.
That's what you think. That's the first place I'm looking.
Alright, well, let's get out of here.
Let's sneak out of here, you know?
Yeah, let's get out of here before anybody else comes and finds us. Is there a visible way to close the passage from the outside?
You would assume it's just hit the button again.
Alright, then yeah.
Alright, yeah, you hit the button again, the eyeball button, and the grass.
No one's
slides back up.
outside waiting for us.
You all can make perception checks again, if you want to look around.
That is a 7.
Okay.
I got a 9.
Okay. The 7, you don't see anything. The 9, though, There are still the quadcopter drones patrolling the skies above you.
Did they notice us?
I mean, they haven't diverted from their path, but you don't know if they would, even if they did see you.
If that is the case, then I
So
will.
it's just me and Kyle here, right?
Yes. Well, and Ainsley and
Okay.
Think Tank, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're letting
Well, I have a plan,
okay.
Arthur. So to kind of diffuse suspicion, I'm gonna tell Kyle's character to follow my lead.
I don't like where this is going.
Neither do I, to be
Honestly,
honest.
I'll be real honest with you, bro. I put makeup on us for a reason, so that we'll sneak, go back into the hotel, hopefully not get caught by anything, change makeup, and then go. But I don't
I
like
mean,
it.
we can do that. We can do that, but I'm thinking 4D chess here.
Oh,
Because
no,
we don't know if those quadcopters saw us.
that is true.
And four people just walking into a forest on their own. It's kind of sus.
It was sus the moment we walked into a forest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Assumably, we'd have some distance.
okay. So what are you getting at here, buddy?
I'm gonna act like I'm buckling up my pants, right?
Are you saying
I had a feeling
Yes?
this is where I was gonna go. I had a feeling. I had a gut feeling. I was like,
Oh
oh.
no, God, no! I will not
It's an
pretend. That,
act. It's an
I don't.
act.
I don't care if it's an act. I'm not gonna pretend that I got fucked.
No, I'm saying I'm gonna pretend I was taking a piss.
Oh, I was gonna say piss first, but no one confirmed anything, so I thought you were suggesting we fucked.
No, no.
Okay.
But are you suggesting that?
I hope to whoever was listening that my actions were justified.
No. Are you?
I don't know. Are you?
No.
Are you?
Alright, then no. Am I?
Are
Yeah,
we?
you were.
Did we?
We did.
Oh, sick. Ainsley and
No,
me,
you and Ainsley are gonna do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Dude, I don't know why. All my characters are now like hanging out with the DMPCs.
That's what you and Ainsley are gonna pretend to do.
Ah, yeah. I hope you didn't have a ring on that finger, Ainsley.
He does not. But
Oh, good. Well, neither do I, and I ain't planning to get one. So let's just get the fuck out of here already. All right.
All right, let's leave in not all at once. I'll leave first.
Why?
Then
Why don't we just disperse a bit?
that's a fair point.
Oh, I heard him roll. I don't like that.
Yeah, neither do I.
what do you mean, man? I'm just rolling to roll, bro.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just
Going
rolling
my
to
way.
roll.
I'm going my way. You know how it is.
Yeah.
I was never here. All right.
Exactly.
You were never here. So are you all leaving all at once, or are you dispersing?
We're dispersing and then we're
Okay.
dispersing.
I think it would be dispersion enough where we could hear if someone, did encounter someone, but not far away
So
enough.
I'd say about like maybe 20 yards apart.
Okay.
Whatever tickle your fancy, bro.
All right. So you all walk out of the, or begin to walk kind of like spaced out. I mean, are you being stealthy?
I mean, I would assume we're being stealthy the whole time. I just thought you were like, oh, they don't need to make stealth.
Because there was no one around us. That's why I assumed we didn't need to make stealth checks.
I mean,
I
if you
think you
feel
should
you need
be
to make
more
stealth
forward about-
checks, then you should make stealth checks. Otherwise, I'm not going to ask unless you
Yeah.
unless you say
Yeah, let me
I'm
make
going
a
to be
stealth
stealthy.
check.
All right, then I'll have
alright.
Think Tank and Ainsley make them as well. Ainsley got a 3. It's a fail. Actually, no,
That
no,
is
it's
a
not.
10.
It's a bare pass.
That's
And
10.
they got a 4, which might be a pass or might be a fail. I don't know.
Who knows?
I can check.
Please don't tell me he's the only. Because I passed with an 8.
I got a 10, so I got a crit success.
Oh no, Xavier does pass, but barely. Okay.
Oh, no.
So, in that case, you guys kind of disperse, kind of spread out, and kind of get low, and you kind of keep to the bushes and around trees and stuff, trying to hide from the quadcopters and sticking to under trees with like thick bushes and leaves and stuff to kind of hide yourselves. Sure enough, as you guys are all kind of spread out through this forest, a squad of like 4 of the kind of lightly armored church goons, the guys you fought in at the motel, the like normal schmucks with their like rifles. They are they kind of like pass you guys. They kind of move between Kyla and Dynamo in that kind of like 6-foot space between you, and they're all kind of marching towards the area you just left. They don't seem to notice
Yeah,
you.
like,
I'm going to move a bit further out from the group.
All right.
Like, kind of stay low. But before I make it to the clearing, I'm going to take off my makeup.
Okay.
And, like, go back to what I looked like before.
Yeah.
I'm assuming I was wearing, like, some kind of jacket. I'll take that off.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'll just be wearing my shirt. My polo shirt and slacks.
Alrighty. Easily done.
And then I'll emerge from the forest acting like nothing happened, and just like I just took a leak.
All right. So yeah, you
just
all.
like- same guy makeup.
So yeah, you all remove your disguises, varying degrees of complexity, and then walk back out into the field, kind of like near the preacher's mansion, and like like that space between the mansion and your guys's like dorm building, basically. So yeah, what do you guys diggity do now?
I'm assuming the gate's still locked.
If you go check, yes, the armed guards are still standing there.
Alright, well, I guess it's a waiting game now. I'll just meander, go on with the day.
All right. Do you have anything you intend to do in particular, Kyle, or?
I don't believe so.
All right. In that case, the kind of like 2-hour like break period goes by generally uneventfully. Let me get my itinerary back up. Here we go. Okay, and there is another 3-hour sermon. This one is more along the lines of like, thank you all so much for coming here. The martyrs are truly blessed by your presence among all of us. We're also happy that you can make it. We all hope that you all had like a pleasant experience, and are gonna come back for next year's celebrations and stuff. be sure to donate on your way out. The usual kind of like closing spiels. And then the preacher is like, in between his kind of sermons of thankfulness, again, not quite as damnation and hellfire as last time's was, or as the day before's was. He doesn't perform any more kind of like outright miracles, but he is like, as a kind of as per the usual celebration of the Day of Worth, I ask you all to attend this evening's final celebration, where we conduct the actual Day of Worth ritual, and like partake in like the actual like ceremony that the holiday is made for. After which point you all can have your dinner, and then, actually no, I am wrong. You have dinner first, and then you do the ritual, and you all go to bed, and you all wake up nice and refreshed, and pleasantly seen in the eyes of the martyrs, and then you all can go about your days, returning to your homes and your lives, and spreading the good word, as you are supposed to do.
I don't like where this is going.
Yeah, neither do I.
Also,
This is kind of ominous.
I think I have to deal with groceries now, so I will be mute.
How dare you?
Yeah. My mother came back with an ice cream cake for tomorrow, so.
Wow.
I'm gonna be mute. Just for a bit.
All right. Well, let's get this nightmare over with.
All right. So.
Would I know what the ritual entails?
No, you guys were not informed of that.
Oh joy.
But yeah.
Fantastic. All right.
So yeah, that 3-hour service goes by relatively uneventfully. Nothing like particularly weird or magic or psychic happens.
Hello?
Hello.
Nice.
And then that 3-hour service finishes. Another kind of like concert with speeches in between them. This one is more like thanking the martyrs and stuff for like the opportunity to like live, I guess, and the usual stuff. More of like a Thanksgiving type sermon. In terms of the prayer type, not the holiday Thanksgiving. And after the 3 hours, you all have dinner. I assume you don't eat anything. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right. You all just kind of meander about, pretending to look like you're eating something, but you aren't really. And then that hour goes by, and then 7 o'clock comes, and you're all called to the main plaza once again as the sun begins to set for the actual like Day of Worth ceremony. And this time, the main plaza has been set up differently than it has been in previous times. Before, the whole field was covered in folding chairs in nice neat rows, and you all sat down and listened and participated in whatever the sermon was. This time, the folding chairs are arranged in a giant circle around probably like a 60-foot in diameter circle in the middle. And there are like velvet like barricade rope things for like cutters and stuff around the big circle in the middle to kind of keep people from going past the line, and there are guards stationed around it to keep people away. And the preacher is standing in the middle of the circle, kind of looking around, waving at people, saying hi, generally being cordial as people kind of slowly file in to the main thoroughfare. And then everybody takes their seats.
Feeling. This ain't gonna go well.
No, it's not.
This isn't gonna go well. You're right.
It's not at all. No. And then this actually, I didn't expect it to go this way, but it kind of works good for the missions after this. So, it works out. But yeah, so everybody kind of files into their seats. Do you all sit separated again as you did before, or
Yeah.
Okay. You all sit like a few rows apart. Um, and after probably like 10, 15 minutes, everybody kind of sits back down in their seats and get prepped. And then the preacher begins another service. But this one is a bit different. He kind of, they don't see the band present or anything. And instead, he offers or asks for everyone to stand up and repeat after him. And he begins a chant.
Uh, you. For the sake of holding my cover, I think I'm gonna do it.
I mouth it. Well, actually, hold on. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
Is my knowledge on magical stuff do you have to physically say the words to actually be doing the spell, or can like depending like on how I'm thinking this ritual spell may or may not go, can you mouth it and still be under its effects or grant its effects?
I mean, it depends on the ritual, I guess. Like, so it could be you must actively participate to have the effects, or it could just be an AOE, or it could not affect the people in the spell at all, and it could be something totally different. You don't know. It depends on the
I'll
individual
do the
spell.
same thing and I'll mouth it.
I will just mouth it.
Okay. You do so.
Yeah.
The rest of the crowd don't just mouth it; they do fervently participate, yelling at the top of their lungs, following in concordance with the preacher. And it's immediately obvious to all of you that this is not English words. This is certainly some kind of magic chant. Pretty obvious that it was going to be that. And after probably like 10, 20 minutes of probably like 5 minutes of chanting, the preacher kind of breaks the chant and begins to like chant something different, while the rest of the crowd kind of continues with the original chant. And he goes around the circle, and with a big like stick that he found, begins drawing a giant ritual circle.
Oh no.
I don't.
I can't help but feel like this is a sacrifice, and I get the feeling we should probably step in, but I'm.
Step in the circle?
Huh?
Step in the circle or step out?
No. As in step in, as in stop this. But we are, after all, just here to collect evidence and
Well,
only
they
step in if
did say.
completely
Exactly.
necessary.
Alright. How about this? Can I tell what magic circle he's doing?
Like what kind of spell?
You can give me an intelligence check to figure out what school of magic it is.
Sure.
I mean, if it's anything other than divination, we're in trouble.
10.
10. Oh, then you know for sure what it is. It's conjuration.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. This ain't gonna be pretty, kids. Alright. Alright. I'm gonna leave what happens next up to Kyle, because Kyle probably knows more about this than I do.
I mean, conjuration is like a big. I mean, I guess all the magic schools are pretty vague, but conjuration could be summoning a demon, or it could be, I don't know, like teleporting. That's conjuration. Or it could be like transplanar portals. That's also conjuration. It could be anything. All that stuff.
See, all I want to do is like, how many guards are there?
There would be. Let's
Is
see.
it
I'm trying to
enough
think of an even
there
number.
we can't actually take them?
Like, is this
I
an
can.
unreasonable amount of guards, or is this like a reasonable amount of guards? Because there is a certain amount that we can take
Let's see. I'm
that is
trying to
reasonable.
do math in my
Well, if we don't
in
get
my
shot.
noggin. Let's see. Is this an even number? It is. There would be 9 of the normal church goons with their rifles, standing every like 40 degrees in the circle, so spaced out evenly, are 9 guards. And then there is the preacher in the middle of the, well, not in the middle, he's kind of walking around now, making the intricate designs and carvings and stuff. You probably got like a quarter of it done right now.
And that butler?
You don't see him anywhere.
This is
Definitely something I wish I had a third, fourth opinion on.
this is it's kind of dicey. I don't know if we should, you know.
I mean, he made the numbers technically reasonable. Technically.
But do we want to wait it out and see what happens first?
All right, Dakota, I'll leave this up to you. Would my character, knowing that it is conjuration, knowing this is a cult, how do you think she would react to this? Because personally, right now, I'm kind of chill, and I'm like, I could allow this to happen and walk away.
Well, I can give you some information to help inform your decision.
Sure.
Please.
The bigger the ritual circle, the more detailed the spell can be.
Oh.
So that could mean, and for example, that could mean, like let's say an evocation ritual circle that's like 100 feet in diameter. That could be used to create like homing fireballs that only target people of a certain group, or with certain DNA, or certain conditions, or certain thoughts. Right? It could be that detailed. It could be that specific. So apply that to conjuration.
That is like 60 feet.
Yeah. So basically, like, I mean, to kind of get like specific conjuration could be a specific creature that died at a certain point or is a certain place, and you know where they are and you know what you want, like what specific being you want, or it could be teleport a thing or a place or a person to a certain spot, like Xavier, or it could be like, yeah, it could be any. Basically, like, the bigger it is, the more specific the conjuration can get.
Hey, what do you know? The man I just need my other opinion for.
Okay.
So right now
Welcome.
we're in the middle of a giant mass. Think of if you can describe the
Think of
situation.
Jonestown.
I guess I don't know what that is, but yeah, if you can describe the situation.
Kool-Aid.
for Xavier. This is a
Well,
lot more than just drink the Kool-Aid.
well, no, not quite. This isn't. Well, I wouldn't say this is as bad as Kool-Aid. You'll see why when
This
the
is
usual
worse.
finishes. No, it's not as bad. People won't. Well, these people won't die from it. So to kind of recap Xavier, after the evening passed, the group woke up. Actually, Kyle spotted the preacher and his butler and some guards walking from his mansion into the woods during the night. So they went to sleep. They woke up. They investigated the place that they walked to. They discovered a hidden staircase that led into a metal hallway, ended with a giant steel blast door, hidden underneath a bunch of like Stonehenge type rocks formations in the woods. Then they decided to leave because they didn't want to go inside the scary laboratory. So then they went back to the village, narrowly avoiding some guards in the process. Then they went through lunch, another sermon. Then they went through dinner. They also discovered that you were all being microdosed with bronze in the food and drink the entire time. And then, after dinner, the kind of like actual like festival's main ceremony started. The Day of Worth celebration. So you're all in a giant circle of folding chairs. The crowd is chanting some magic spell in unison. The preacher is in the middle of this 60-foot open circle. drawing a giant conjuration ritual circle in it and chanting something different under his breath. There are 9 guards stationed, spaced evenly around the big circle, and then there are like red velvet rope barricades surrounding the circle as well that kind of keep people from crossing the line in the sand, if you will. And the party is trying to figure out what to do, if anything. But I think you guys are gonna probably get like, probably gonna be really weirded out or shocked when you find out what this actually does. It'll be pretty funny.
Lamau, imagine letting this ritual come to completion.
Lamau?
I would recommend a psychic attack on the priest.
I guess I
'Cause-
could
Because
try,
the
but
butler's not here.
Yeah,
The
you don't
butler
see
is
you don't
not
see
in
the
our
butler.
Visible
Yeah,
eyesight.
only see the 9 armed guards and
It's
then
not being
the
easy.
preacher himself.
I mean, in a way, this could be a way to weed out power users.
Bro, just imagine if we had a blood mage with marionette. Only.
Then you can make him finish the
Imagine.
ritual.
Imagine
Oh,
if
yeah, then
Outcast
can-
were here. If only.
Dude, then I can make that priest finish the ritual faster.
Yeah, bro, you could like give him steroid speed.
crack
like, "I've never
every
moved my
crack
bones
every
in such
bone in
way."
his body trying
Yeah.
to finish this thing.
Yeah, he like General Grievuses and like trying to like bend in wrong ways to write this spell circle out. You got
It's a
like
oh,
blood-
actually,
yeah.
The
Ooh,
blood
I-
mage turns it into a draining spell.
Mass drains the blood from every person in this convention center.
Mass drain. Level 3 mass drain.
if you guys want, I can do some psychic stuff. I got some cool stuff on my character sheet.
I would like for you to do that.
Okay, so here's what I want you guys to tell me. Do you guys want me to attack the priest himself, or do you guys want me to do some shenanigans with his guards?
I would say the
Describe
priest
which
himself.
does what.
Because think about it, if we can stop the priest and stop the ritual, that gives us a very good opportunity to get the fuck out of here. I'm just saying.
Okay. What could you do to the guards?
Well, the main thing I was thinking of was making them think they're friends or their foes. However, I could also make them afraid, or put down decoys, or I guess stunning them wouldn't really do anything.
Or what you could do is make them think that the priest is their foe.
I was gonna suggest that.
Hey, great minds.
One moment, please.
We've given you plenty of moments. Now's the time to decide.
Nah. He needs a little bit
Well,
more.
now-
He's think tank. He's gotta think about it.
Yeah, bro, it's in his name.
The thinker.
He is the
Could have
thinker.
just called you the sleeper.
Anyway, so yeah, I think I'm going to cast Friends from Foe on one of the guards.
Oh,
Have him shoot
alright.
the priest.
Bro, what if you did friend from foe on the priest and he freaks out with the guards?
So you want on one of the guards, you say?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will say this much. That also puts us in danger.
Not really, because
see.
remember,
Mhm.
the rule is we can't be within there, so
All right. He can't resist because this is a
Unless
normal
you can
guard.
localize a target.
So give me that endurance check, Xavier.
Nine.
Yes.
All right. So it goes off. Forcing the intelligence to become illusion. Okay. So so the guard nearest to you guys, it's only 60-foot range. He kind of was looking around. Ooh, oh, this could be. Oh no.
Oh.
Oh
Oh,
no.
do we make
No.
something really bad?
Well, you see, you know who he thinks are his allies?
Who?
Who?
The civilians.
So
Oh no.
And he's carrying an automatic firearm.
Oh no.
So
Wait.
so you invade this guy's brain and make him think friend from foe, and all of a sudden he goes, ah, and he begins spraying
Oh,
the
no.
crowd with automatic gunfire.
Oh
He just-
no.
Wait, you
The
made
guard nearest
wait,
us.
wait.
Well,
Did
shit.
you mean he thought the civilians were his allies?
Well, yeah,
I mean, his foes?
he thinks they're good guys.
Well, no, he
You
doesn't
swap
think
friend
they're
from
good
foe.
guys. No, actually, he doesn't think they're good guys. He sees them as neutral.
No, he thinks they're good people because everybody's chanting. So he assumes that they're all going along with it because they're listening and haven't been in any real problems the entire time. So they have no reason
But
to suspect the crowd.
Can't you direct
Oh.
this mental attack at one person?
No, it's just
no,
the whole
friend or
perception
foe
of
doesn't
friend and
work
foe.
like that.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I had this happen
Oh,
in
no.
an Xavier session.
Oh no.
Yeah.
This did not go well for people.
No. So
Okay,
this guy
so as
just
soon as he starts shooting, can I like drop?
Duck and leave.
yeah,
Can I
you,
just,
you all
like,
can
drop
you all
like
can
I'm
drop.
dead?
Yeah, you all can like hit the deck. He's spraying. He's like, oh my god, and he kind of like starts radioing, and he's like, they're all evil, and he begins spraying wildly, and the crowd of people that are chanting, they're all like, it's a bunch of them. The first like row of people that are near him, the first like 5 people get gunned down immediately, and his friends turn to him, and they're like, what's the problem, man? And he turns to one of them, and he's like, ah. And he just keeps spraying this gun, and then out of nowhere, well, actually, who among you are ducking?
I am.
Anybody
I
else
would-
ducking?
I'm
Okay.
ducking, but I'm
Let me
keeping an eye
ask-
on the situation.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. If we duck, can we not see what's going on?
No,
Or-
you're several rows behind the front, I'm assuming, because you don't want to be spotted immediately. And so there are a bunch of standing people in irregular like patterns blocking your view if you get down too low.
Okay, how about this? I see what you're about to say, just so you can say it, and then duck.
All right, fine.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
So he begins spraying. He sprays the crowd. Also, notable reaction: nobody reacts except for the guards. The crowd keep chanting, and he sprays the civilians down. The people that get hit do react. They go, "Oh my god!" and they like, "Oh!" and they like collapse and whatever. And they seem to be knocked out of whatever trance they're in.
Do any of the rounds hit the priest? That's my question.
No.
No, the priest is behind him.
Yeah. And he sees one of the guards near him is like, "Hey man, what's the problem?" And he goes and he turns his gun on the second guard, and a hole appears in the mind controlled guard's chest, like he's been shot. But it's like a fist sized hole through his chest, just.
And we didn't hear a gunshot?
No, it just appears. A perfect torso just explodes outward, just. And he just, and he like vomits this giant gout of blood. You can see his insides, where the hole is, and he drops his gun and he collapses to the ground, very dead.
I think because you did say no one reacts.
Yeah. None of the crowd. Only the people that were injured by the gun, react, and the
Yeah,
guards reacted.
I don't think ducking would be the
Yeah,
best
that's a
option
fair
then.
point. That's a fair point.
Because you duck, then they're like, oh, they weren't entranced, you know?
It's a very fair point.
That's my take on that. After noticing that literally everyone is more like in a trance than in a oh shit, I would probably been like, guess I might take a shot. And then seeing that, I'm like, oh no. You said fist-sized hole?
Yes,
Oh no.
but it's
no.
perfectly circular.
Oh
Oh.
no.
It is.
Time to try it on another guard.
And they're all
It
like,
has me.
all the other guys are like, oh my god, Brock, what happened to you, man? And he's very dead, immediately deceased. And they're all like, and the guy that's near him runs over and checks his pulse. Obviously, he's dead. And looks over, and the people that he shot are all dead. I'm gonna roll a dice to see how many people he murdered. Great, Max, you killed 8 people before he got taken out. All right, Xavier, please make me another perception check at disadvantage, please.
1.
Oh my
no.
god. All right, now I gotta find a character sheet. And Ainsley would have been sitting with you, yes?
Yes.
Or no, or would it have been
No,
Dynamo
no,
because
it would have been me.
yeah. Okay, so
It
I'll
would've
let
been
you
me.
make me a perception check at double disadvantage. So roll 3 times and pick the lowest
Oh,
number.
Double
God.
disadvantage.
Yes, I'm pulling out the big guns for this.
Oh boy. Oh my god.
Did you pass?
I'm going to say this much: the likelihood
What?
of this roll is astronomically low. It was a 10, a 9, and an 8.
Okay, wow. All right. Yeah, that was like. I mean, I guess yeah, pretty low. Okay. Well, in that case,
So I do pass. Yes.
yes, you do pass. As the guards start fanning over in this direction to kind of investigate what's going on, and the preacher is also unperturbed. He does not care. He's finished half the circle at this point, by the way.
No.
Not Cairo again. Jesus, Dynamo. As you kind of like are looking around through the bodies of people that are kind of swaying back and forth and chanting with their hands in the air, you feel a to your left and behind you, or no, to your left and like kind of in front of you, and you look, and the butler is standing there right next to Xavier to Think Tank, and he's just going to like punch Xavier in the chest, basically. Xavier, you can attempt to dodge at disadvantage, please.
5 and 9.
All right. I believe the knot actually passes. So his fist comes in, and you kind of like, and you like stumble backwards in shock, and like trip over your folding chair. So you're knocked prone, but you do avoid his fist. And he kind of stands over you, and his face is expressionless. He's just totally neutral. And he looks down at you. I think he can make 2 attacks per action, can't he?
Well, I
No, he
mean,
can't. Okay.
it took him some effort to get to where Xavier is.
So yeah, now I would like everyone to roll the initiative, please.
Okay. That is a 10.
God, apparently I used up all my luck on that dodge because I rolled a 2.
Oof. All right, so Think Tank got a 2 plus. What is it, like a 5? I think you have. Let me look. I can get my sheets up because I don't want to keep running back and forth between enemies and the PC's sheets. Think Tank agility of. This is the wrong person. Agility of 6 actually. All right, so you have 8. Dynamo got a 10 plus. I think like 5. No, plus 6. So you get a 16.
GG. What's the butler's initiative?
He also rolled a 10. So you got a 16.
I'm assuming he's faster than me.
No, he's just as fast as you.
Okay.
What does the preacher get? And the guards, they get. The preacher gets a 4 plus his initiative. So he got a 9 in total. The guards get a 9 plus 5 is a 14. And then Ainsley gets.
Oh wait, no. I
6
would
plus 7 is.
to go back to what we were talking about before. I would be
13.
totally fine if someone electrocuted me. I have electricity immunity.
Oh,
Kyle.
like I'm gonna just like tase you or some shit.
Yeah,
Tase me,
if
bro.
someone were to tase me, I can either take that energy or I can just be immune to it.
Yeah, if you absorb it too much, then you would take damage. But if you just let it run through you, then you're
Well,
fine.
obviously.
Kyle,
Yeah,
initiative.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What'd you
So
get?
if they were to electrocute me to try and torture me,
Then
I'd
you'd
be fine.
Yeah,
You said what checks?
initiative.
Oh, okay.
Initiative.
Yeah.
Just go, I got my 16. Got my 16 going. So okay, so at least I know that this guy's agility is a 6.
Yes.
That's helpful. That's helpful.
10, by the way. And
Would
what
you
was I
get a
gonna
10?
say?
You said.
Yes.
Ah.
What is our objective here? We killing or we trying to escape?
Oh, we're going all out. If escape is possible, then I'd say escape. But chances are this butler's not gonna let us leave with our lives. So
No, I meant
yeah.
like a murder all or murder enough to
Murder
escape?
some.
Okay. You gotta
Murder
clarify,
enough.
bro, because
Let's
I
be
will
clear here.
torch people. I swear to God.
Honestly, Kyle, if you want,
I'll do it. I don't
scorched
got a
earth.
body cam. I don't got a body cam right now.
All right,
Wow.
scorched earth.
All right. Got it. I'm gonna torch all the civilians too. They're all criminals.
Honestly,
I mean, you've already gotten like 8 of them
I'm gonna
killed,
have-
so.
I'm
You
gonna
know what,
have no
I can't-
reservations about this now. It is
You
about
know what?
survival.
I can't tell friend from foe right now. You know all these civilians looking like a foe right now. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna make a note. I'm gonna make a
All I
calendar
see
that's
is
called
targets.
civilian casualties. And I'm gonna keep track of these casualties.
So far we have 8.
Yes, so far you have 8. I expect much higher by the end of this combat.
Perfect.
Oh, dude.
So,
Oh,
up
yeah.
first
Let me
is
just
the
get the
Butler
doc up.
and Dynamo. I'm gonna give the Butler the initiative for this first, like a bit before you this first time, because he has surprise on you, basically.
That does make sense.
So he,
Yeah, that doesn't make sense because he doesn't know
No,
that I'm.
no, I said that does.
He doesn't.
Where is his?
That doesn't make sense. He doesn't know that I'm part of this.
No, but he knows that Xavier is.
Yeah, but
he's going after
He
Xavier,
can
not
still,
you.
Yeah, he can still attack Xavier.
Oh, oh.
Let's
Oh,
see.
no.
No, I think he's gonna go for the kill shot. I think. Well, not literally the kill shot, but he's going to go
Oh,
for like
no.
raw damage. And Xavier cannot dodge, and because he's knocked prone, this is an auto crit, auto max damage. So you just
Oh,
take
no.
200 damage. Lamau.
Huh?
Yep, unconscious immediately.
Is he dead?
He would be if this was how if death worked that way, but he's not because I basically in case 6, if you get 0 health, you fall unconscious, but you only die if I say you die, or if you died in a way that's so over the top you could not possibly have survived. So
he's just
actually, no,
unconscious
let me
now.
look. Let me go check. You would take.
He has
Actually,
50
yeah,
over
hold
health,
on.
like 50 damage.
I stand
Over his
corrected.
health.
He has 30 health left. His attack does 1d12 times 10, not 2d100. So you, I guess only Dynamo could see this. As the guy, as Xavier gets knocked over, the dude bends down and with his same fist, he punches down at Xavier in the chest. And when his hand gets like 2 feet from Xavier's chest, he stabs Xavier like a hole just like appears basically, and he impales Xavier into the ground. Xavier is now going to pass out relatively soon with a giant hole in his chest, and then he wrenches the invisible sword basically free. Seeing that he's not quite dead yet, that's his first action. Second action is going to be
Stab him again.
no, he's not gonna. Well, I think seeing Xavier like bleeding out, he's like, well, this guy's already incapacitated. The guards can handle him. So then he's going to fly. So he just takes off into the sky. He would be, his agility is 6, so he would be 30 feet in the air at this point, above, just.
How convenient! How convenient! How convenient is that? My hands are up right now, right?
Presumably.
Okay, so time to restrain and throw a band of solidified energy at this man. 30 feet.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna use my normal one plus 1 charge. So
let's
1
see.
charge plus 1 charge, 2 charges. I'm gonna
Mm.
really put the heat into this one.
Well, you can't spend more charges on restrain because it's only like it doesn't
Okay.
deal damage unless you already like, unless you
All right.
make it like pure energy after you've already restrained them. So that is, I think, an
Okay,
endurance
then yeah.
check on
Yeah,
your
yeah.
part. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That's a 10. Let's go.
All right. So you kind of clap your hands together, bring them apart, with your chant, "Kumbaya, my lord." And then as you move your arms apart, as you move your arms apart, lightning crackles between your hands, and then you kind of like chuck your arms up in his direction, and he wraps him up in his arms. He doesn't go anywhere because he's flying, but he's considered restrained, basically, so he can't attack.
Cool. For my second trick,
All right.
I'm gonna turn that bad boy into pure energy.
All right. So you can deal 2d1 hundo damage.
And I can't put an extra charge into that, right?
No.
Okay. 2D hundo. That's nearly max damage. Holy shit.
Jeez.
That's 190 damage total.
Oof. Oof.
Holy shit.
Good God. So you, and then you lash wraps around him, and he's like, oh, and he looks down at you. Then you snap your fingers,
I
and
give him the biggest shit-eating grin ever, and just.
And he, like it's like a cartoon. You can see his skeleton through his body. His where the wrappings were, his suit incinerates, just smoke. He just he's still flying, still conscious, but boy is he not happy. He is not having a good time right now.
As I scream out over everybody else when I clap my hands, "Kumbaya, bitch!" and launch it at him. And he looks down at me in shock as I look up at him with the same look that Donut gives everybody in that video. I snap my fingers.
Okay, great. Yeah, so he is looking. I mean, he's not quite bloodied yet, but boy, did that hurt a lot.
His hair is like all frazzed out.
Oh yeah, he's got a full afro at this
How
point. Full
How
afro.
far away is he from
30
me and
feet.
Ainsley, by the way?
From you,
40 feet.
no, you guys were farther away than that. He would be 60 feet from you.
Oof.
60?
Yeah. So that's your
And
turn.
Xavier?
Up next is Gabe's turn. From Xavier, he's 30 feet. He just flew up from Xavier basically.
No, like
Yeah,
no,
I don't
no, me
think
from
he'd be
Xavier.
too
Oh, you from
happy
Xavier,
about
30
that.
feet.
Okay, good.
That was such a pog roll. Wait, didn't I get a 10 on that endurance?
Yeah, but it doesn't double the damage. It's not a ranged, like this isn't like a perception check. You can't get a headshot on a restrain.
I mean, you can.
You
can wrap
could,
it around
but it's
his
not.
neck.
Yeah, but it's not like it doesn't do more damage to.
It should.
But yeah, so it is your turn, Kyle. You are 30 feet away from Xavier and Dynamo, 60 feet from the flying man, who's now like his like where is like his like shirt, his like sleeves from the biceps down have fallen off because they got incinerated, and his like tie and his like chest, where his like nips are, his like pecs and his back are all visible because
I
you burned his
basically
clothes off.
Poor man.
delivered like
This poor
20,000 watts to his chest.
Yeah, he's
Alright,
just.
well, what I'm going to do is snap my fingers and heal Xavier.
All right.
Actually, wait.
Let's see. Look at this.
I can pick four. I can pick 4 targets, but I don't think I can like overheal anyone. So
No, but you can snap your fingers 4 times.
Let's see, this
Does
is.
it work like that? If I can pick 4 targets, can I pick the same target 4 times?
No.
I mean, I'd assume so.
You can-
Oh,
That's
that's
what I
bull.
I mean, it makes sense. That'd be pretty overpowered if I could just like snap 4 times.
Bang, 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 bang.
So yeah, give me that
so yeah, I'm
willpower check.
Gonna
Heal.
spend my first action healing Xavier.
I'm gonna say this much. I very much missed the skill pick 6.
Yeah, that was a classic.
I got a 5 for willpower.
Yeah, willpower check.
That's one skill I do miss having. X was good for that. Shusho was good for that much.
Yeah.
That and Battlecock's Fist of the Tiny Dragon.
Classic. Yeah, what was your roll, Econ?
I passed with 5.
All right. Then heal 1d12 times 10.
1d8 times? Did you
12.
change it?
1d12.
No, 1d12.
I was looking at the wrong one. I was looking at Tongues of Fire, not Healing Flame.
Tons of fire.
Tons of
Yeah, tons of
just
fire.
tons of fire. Just
Tons of... Did it sound like I said tons?
yes,
Yes, as in T-O-N.
but it's
I'm
tongues
sorry.
of fire.
I
Bro,
meant to
yes.
say...
When did you learn to cast Meteor Swarm?
Create volcano, tons of fire.
All right. I got 100.
Ah.
Nice.
All right. So it's now up to 130 health, almost max. So, Dynamo, after Xavier gets stabbed in the chesticle, you watch as the grass underneath him catches fire, and then he kind of gets engulfed in flames a little bit, but he doesn't seem to be dying. Instead, the flames kind of like pillar through the hole in his chest, and then the hole gets smaller over like 6 seconds, and then by the end of the time, it's mostly healed. Very trippy.
Mhm.
It's your first action, Kyle.
God, it'd be such a meme if I did Flame Leap right now just at the civilian casualty.
Just for no other reason than just killing people. God.
Of course, that's what's on your mind, Kyle.
I mean, nothing's stopping you from pulling a Genos and just going, incinerate.
I mean,
Bro,
there
how the
isn't
fuck have I
currently, but there
forgotten
will
this?
be when the company murders you for being a serial killer. So
By the way, I completely forgot about this. I had shapeshift.
Deal damage to the
Yeah, you do.
guy. Deal damage to the man currently flying.
nah, bro, you
I can't, I'm
shapeshift.
far away.
You shapeshift. Look makes it
or-
look like
Or
him.
just incinerate the priest. Incinerate the priest and end
Oh
this
yeah, I was gonna
shenanigans.
ask how far the priest was.
The priest is like 100 feet away from you right now. He's pretty far.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Dude, you wanna know what's funny? Whenever you and Dakota speak, depending on how it is, it zooms in and zooms out of the profile picture.
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, bro. That's the joke.
That's great. That's so great.
That's wonderful. I love that. Regardless, though,
See,
Alright, any of
Dakota,
the
now we need
guards?
to take turns. We need to take turns talking.
Exactly.
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 so are any of the guards 30 feet from me?
One of them is the guy that checked on his dead buddy. He's within 30 feet. He's exactly 30 feet from you.
Can I, you know,
Pass me a fireball and let me whip that bitch.
I can't. Ooh.
Let me make an electric tennis racket.
Green Lantern.
Kill that man.
I mean, you can
I can
try to
be.
kill that man. How are you going to kill that man?
Okay. Gouts of flame.
Gouts of flame at a civilian.
Okay, so you're going to try to melt a hole through the crowd to get to the guard.
I was gonna ask how many rows of civilians are.
There are
I'm
5
pretty
people in
sure-
between you and the guard.
I'm pretty sure if you were to do gouts of flame at anybody, it would have to pass through me and Xavier.
Well, no,
think
you
we're
guys
that
are
forward in front of us.
yeah. You're on the same like like distance from the center of the circle, just left and right difference, 30 feet gap.
So what I'm going to do is
Go
I'll
random
Is
bullshit.
anyone do I need to know if anyone that we're attacking noticed me or no?
You can make you can spend an
I
action
mean,
to
the
make a
jig's
perception
pretty
check.
much up at this point. The jig's pretty much up. Just go for an incinerate on the guard.
I was gonna shapeshift, move through the crowd, and then incinerate him from the other side.
Here we go.
I'll
But that would be a pretty noticeable action. Just go for it.
no. I'm gonna
Pillar
move
of
up
flame,
like
pillar of flame, pillar of flame, pillar of flame.
pillar. Can I see?
Pillar of flame in the center of this circle. Give them the fear of God.
I don't have a pillar of flame,
You guys, you have Ring of Fire, like the Johnny Cash song.
which is also 30 feet.
Yeah.
And
Or you
it's a
could
ring.
move. You could just move.
Interesting.
Moving is an option, Kyle.
I was gonna move. I just want some civilian
We only have
protection.
we only have one more action, so you can't attack and move at the same time. You only one or
I
the other.
know. I also didn't want to get shot, and I was hoping.
Think Tank
maybe
actually
this
has a
would-
name. I did not know it until this point.
Yes, you all have real names.
Adrian Bellows.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
bro.
think I'll move up. I'll move up.
To where?
Like 3. There's 5 rows technically in front
I
of
mean,
me.
you
there's
could
there's
come over
25
to where
feet.
we are.
There's 25 feet between you and the red velvet line, basically. 5 rows of
Alright,
seats.
you know what? I do. It's not my civilian casualty, so sure, I'll move closer to John in case this butler has like a bajillion health, and I need to gout of flame his ass.
All right.
Even though I was waiting to use the gout of actually, how complete is the circle?
Halfway done.
I move closer to to the priest then.
Okay, you move 30 feet, or what's your agility? 5, I think, right? Yes, you move 25 feet closer. So you get to the red velvet line. The armed guard. Actually, yes, you get to the velvet line, and then you kind of have to step over the corpses of the 8 guys the first guard ganked.
Am I in front of a gun right now?
I mean, he's not aiming at you in particular, but you do approach and he doesn't see you. He's like, "Bam, stay away, back up."
Alright, I'll pretend to back up. I won't move the whole 25. I'll be like, oh, okay.
All right, so you say like 20 feet,
I'm a nurse.
and you move like 20
Yeah,
feet
I'll
up.
be like, I'm a nurse. I wanted to help, and then.
Are you gonna lie? All right, make me a charisma check then.
Oh, bro, don't tempt me on my lying, man. I'm a woman for a reason. 10.
10. All right.
Let's go.
He's like, oh, okay. Well, in that case, yeah, help the people that are injured.
Never trust a woman, boys. The views out there, never trust a woman. Never trust a woman.
Wow.
You having a stroke in a car? Never trust the medical professionals.
Never trust medical professionals. What a great sentiment for our show here.
For the healer of the group.
Yeah, from the healer. Well, I guess you don't have a medical degree, you're not a doctor, so technically you are a medical professional.
You know what? You're right about that. I'm not an official medical professional. So yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. In that case, it is. Ooh, would you look at that? It's the enemy's turn. So by that I mean the guards' turns.
Not the guy.
There are 8 of them remaining. I'm gonna actually keep track of that on my dicey dice over here. I know there are 7 of them. No, there are 8 of them remaining. The one nearest to Kyle, I mean, they can't really see anything right now because there's too many swaying cultists. So he's just going to kind of like keep his position, aim his gun at Kyle, and keep an eye on him. The rest of them are gonna start moving around to where the commotion is, but they only get like 25. No, they get 50 feet. So they would be 45 feet away from you guys, I think, right now. From Kyle, not from Kyle. From the rest of you. From Kyle, they're only like 15, 20 feet.
God, if I didn't lie, they'd probably like shoot me on the spot.
So that's their whole turns. Up next then is Ainsley. Oh yeah, big man Ainsley, who has no gun.
Oof.
Yeah, that's right. He can't do anything.
I
without a
can
gun.
almost guarantee that I'm going to be the one that's going to be attacked.
He could try to
I
mobilize.
currently
someone.
hold aggro.
He can mobilize. So, okay, so do you
I
want
currently-
Ainsley to attack the priest, or not to be the priest, attack the flying man, the butler, or try to freeze the butler?
Well, he's 60 feet away, right?
Yes.
Or you can move closer and then.
Does Ainsley's powers project that far?
Yes, it's their own line of sight. There is no distance range. It's just line of sight.
Oh, bet. What can Ainsley do?
Freeze someone or something that weighs no more than 300 pounds.
And this guy's probably not even like 150 soaking wet, so.
Yeah.
I would say.
It is a concentration ability, but
Which one's better?
I mean, he could just kind of stay there and keep pretending to be a cultist and hope that the butler doesn't know that he's also involved, or he could react.
I would say.
Or he could punch the nearest cultist, the nearest civilian, and just gank the nearest dude.
Add to civilian casualties.
Yeah, just.
I would say immobilize molecules.
All right. This requires an endurance check on Ainsley's part. You got a 1, it fails.
Oh no.
So Ainsley, he reaches his hands up, his one hand up to the butler, and he's like, "Everybody chill," and then doesn't do anything.
Immobilize attack is probably the next logical option.
Well, that's a reaction. You can't do that normally. Technically, his ability has no cooldown. His immobilize molecules. We could do it again.
So you can do it again.
Get a 6 that time. He passes.
Hey.
So he does. The first time, does nothing. Second arm, it succeeds. He freezes him in place. The guy doesn't drop because he literally freezes him in place, like his molecules in the air. So he's just stuck in the air now, 30 feet up.
All right. Ainsley is going to know what to do when I do whatever I'm going to do. Okay, he'll know. He'll know when to release it.
All right. So that is Ainsley's turn.
Yeah, you'll know, Dakota. You'll know.
Up next is the preacher. He spent his actions working on the ritual.
It's like the preacher he is. Very
Up next
devoted.
then is Think Tank.
All right.
You are prone and no longer dying.
Sick.
You're welcome.
It takes 1 action to stand. I will say that much.
Yeah.
I thought it takes half your movement.
Yes, they have to move it, but they still one action to stand.
Yes.
He can move beyond that if he wants to, but it still takes an action to stand.
I mean, the main focus here should be
On the guy,
the
butler.
priest.
What do
Well,
you mean?
I was going to go after the feast. The feast? The priest.
The feast.
The feast.
But to do that, I kind of have to walk towards the front of the crowd and into like the armed guards. So.
So far, I think I'm the only one that can do that. Deal with the priest.
Fair enough. So Butler it is.
Yeah, you just deal with the butler.
Or you can try and friend or foe one of the guards again.
Stop! I'm in front of the guards. I don't want to get shot.
Maybe that make him your friend, though. Actually, no, he thinks you're his ally, so yeah, he would attack you. You lie is too
Good
good.
friends for friends, but actually no. It would be kind of dumb to friends to foe. the butler because he's like
But-
restrained and immobilized.
Yeah, he is frozen. Yeah.
But he would immediately lose aggro on us.
Wait, no, what?
He would, yeah, because he would assume that.
'Cause now he sees us as foes.
Yeah, currently he does. But if you friend or foe him, then he would see you guys as allies. And then if you released him, then he would gank the
Exactly.
civilians again.
Exactly.
No,
That's what I'm
we're
saying.
not. What, civilian casualty. Civilian casualty. If I didn't
But
burn
we're
a
not
hole
the
through,
ones killing.
if I didn't.
You're still the direct cause. What do you?
Look,
what
it
do
may
you
not say in
mean?
the field report, but they always know. They always know.
I mean, yeah,
They
they
know.
do. There are
All
many
right,
psychics.
I'd rather look.
Um,
Look, I restrained myself from blowing through 5 rows of civilians. All right, don't make me regret that. All right.
I don't have any recommendations for you.
Literally, either A, just deal damage to the butler that you have already, or
I
B,
mean,
try to friend or foe the priest. See what happens. See if he continues his thing or freaks out about all the guards, and then the guards are like,
I don't think he's in range of
"What's
the.
going on, priest? Calm down."
That's a
Yeah,
very
isn't
good
in,
point.
Isn't he in range of the priest?
Okay.
How long is friends or foe?
60 feet.
And we're not in range?
No. The priest is 100.
No, because he's 100 from my original position.
Yes, he's
it'd
he's
be
100 from your guys'. Yeah, he's near the center of the circle.
Yeah, so
Alright, so do you guys want me to just go after the priest in full, or do you guys want me to like move towards him while also doing other things?
I mean, because the whole thing is that with the butler immobilized, I can pretty much drag him back down to earth.
I think Ainsley and Dynamo have the butler, and
Yeah.
I think
I think
that-
you should help focus on the priest.
yeah, because so far the moment I make a move, I have what 8
Eight.
guards on me, so
8 and the priest.
Yeah.
So 9 guards. Well, 9
yeah, 8
enemies,
plus
really.
the priest, so yeah, I'd like help, please.
Okay. Well then, I guess.
I get a real fused Samas vibe from this priest guy.
Okay.
How are the guards arranged? I
Uh,
guess I wanted to ask.
they are running towards where the fight is happening, but they're kind of like skirting around the edge of the circle and like running towards where you guys are. They are, I think I said like, they moved 50 feet. I mean, they would be at different spots, but it's kind of complicated to like figure that out geometrically. So I'm gonna do the lazy route.
Well-
and guess.
Because what I wanted to ask is, would it be possible for me to like, if they were coming at us in like a line, would it be possible for me to like go around the side of them?
Be right back.
You could walk around the side of the circle and like flank around them. Yeah.
All right. Well then, I'm going to do that with my remaining movement after I stand up,
Okay.
and I'm going to make myself invisible to the farthest guard that I would have to, go around.
To the farthest guard. Okay.
Not farthest as in farthest from me, but the farthest in like their formation that I'd be walking to.
Oh, okay. So the one like nearest the edge of the circle that you're walking towards.
Yeah.
Okay. Then give me that endurance check. He can't resist because he's not psychic.
9.
All right. You do so. That lasts until you lose concentration or dispel the effect. So he cannot see you anymore. One of the guards. So that's your turn. Up next then is top of the turn order, the butler.
He's restrained.
He is
though.
restrained. He can attempt to break free.
Isn't he also
he's not.
immobilized?
Oh yeah, he's
Yeah, that's what I'm
immobilized.
saying.
So he cannot
Does he
break
have a
free.
strength over 8?
No, it's or succeed on disadvantage check, but his strength is not high enough to pass with a 2, so he does not.
Okay.
So he stays there, stuck, floating in midair. Dynamo, it is your turn.
Hey, my turn.
Actually, no, I stand corrected. He
all
can
right.
still do stuff. He's psychic. He doesn't need to move to do stuff. So his first action will be to try to break free. He can't. Second action, he can't stab you with his psi sword. So instead, he can't really do that either. Okay.
He's suffering from molecular immobilization.
Yeah, but his brain doesn't need to be immobilized to work. His body is frozen, but his brain isn't.
But his eyes are.
Yeah, but he's still looking at you.
Oh yeah, that's true. He's looking at me, so I'm probably the target.
Let's see.
Can't forget about that. Not gonna lie.
Okay. Roll me, not Cairo, Dynamo, 1d10 plus your endurance stat. And I'll do the exact same thing for this guy.
Okay. That's a fat crit success.
Plus 8. You got 16 in total.
I also got a 16. No, wait. What's my endurance?
7, I think.
Endurance is 7. I got a 10, so 17.
Okay, so you feel
result.
Yes, you beat him. Barely, but you still beat him. And you feel like a sudden gust of pushing wind attempt to push you backwards, but it does not succeed. You manage to dig your heels into the dirt and resist it.
Assuming that he's currently trying to read my mind, I'm just gonna say, bitch.
So that is his turn. It is your turn, Mr. Dynamo.
Let's go. I'm gonna use a charged up electro whip. I'm gonna use my normal standard charge plus 1 more charge on this one. I'm gonna whip it up there, wrap it around his leg, and drag him down to earth. And slam him into the ground.
Alright, so it's 2 charge levels plus an additional 1, so it's 3 more gone. You're down to
Yes, sir.
6 out of 10. Where is so roll me 3d6 times 10. No, 4d6
Nice.
times 10. I stand corrected.
Nice. 2, 3, 4.
Actually, give me a perception check first, because it's actually hit him.
Okay. That is an 8.
Alright, so you do, and then what's the damage?
Okay, so I've got 2 4s, a 5, and a 6.
So 4 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 is 190 damage. Again.
Oh!
Jesus.
Does he also take damage for impact?
So Ainsley will then spend one of his reactions anyway to deactivate the immobilization, and then you drag him down. He does not, because he's still flying. So actually, in that case, roll me 1d10 and add your strength, and I will roll 1d10 and add his endurance. See if your biceps are stronger than his mind flight. He got a.
Oh, I hope.
6 plus 8 is a 14.
I got a 10.
Sorry, 14.
Let's go.
Your strength is 6. You got a 16. So you do beat him. So you do ground him. You don't take damage from it. You do ground him. So he is.
So he takes
a bunch of damage. You zap him real good again, and then you yank down real hard. You can feel him fighting against you. And it's like wrangling a flying bull. You wrap the rope around your arms a couple times. You like reeling in a big fish. You just slowly dragging him down the ground as he's trying to fly up.
my arms, my veins in my arms are straining right now.
Yeah, you're just and his mind is, His like veins in his forehead are bulging. You're really weird.
Hopefully,
You know.
hopefully I can break his brain.
Yes, that's the goal. Give him a nosebleed.
I still have my second action, right?
Yes.
All right. So while I'm dragging him down, then I'm gonna use 2 more charges and send an electric shock through this whip, through these beefed up whips. This would basically, I think it would be discharge.
That requires
believe-
physical
no.
contact.
No.
You
Yeah.
could have added another charge to this whip attack, the first one, into an additional
Well,
d6.
Well,
You can spend up to
guess.
2
yeah,
on that,
yeah. I'll use 1 more charge.
and then use the you, like max out the whip, and okay, then
Yeah.
another d6 of damage, 6 times 10 of damage.
All right. That's gonna be 60 damage right there.
Ooh, he is on his last legs. He's on his last
He's not unconscious
legs.
yet.
He is gonna be on his turn probably. So you guys watch this giant like this whip is so thick you can't even hold it in your hand. It's just your arm extends and becomes a lightning whip, and you wrap it around both of his legs, and you just yank your arm down, and as he's fighting back against it, you another extra couple surges. Like the whip like fizzles and like crackles with lightning, and it strikes his legs, and again part of his pants disintegrates as he just and you see his like skeleton again as he and you yank down even harder, and he's prone on the ground, 10 health,
Yes.
about to die. He is like you see his ears are bleeding, his nose is bleeding, his mouth is spitting up blood, his torso and his legs are now scarred, like burn scars. It smells like burning flesh and burning hair in the air now because you've melted this man basically. He is about to die.
I know what I'm doing on my next turn.
You hold it right there, mister.
Let's see. Up
Are
next
you
then
supposed to restrain
is
these people?
I mean, this
you were told
guy
to
is a
stop it,
clear-
so
He is a clear and concise combatant. I am going to coup de grace this man if it kills me.
let's see. It is Kyle's turn.
Yes, Kyle, go. Be our favorite psychic. Be a better psychic than this guy.
And the butler. Yes, the mage is also psychic, and he can be a better psychic than the psychic could be psychic.
Yeah, I bet you didn't know that.
Yeah. But yeah, it's your turn, Kyle. You are 5 feet from the edge of the rope, and then that makes you 10 feet from the nearest guard.
How much health does the butler have?
Currently 10.
Left.
Literally, like, if like a civilian, a toddler could punch him in the face and he'd die.
So, odd question.
Yeah.
Am I by any civilians right now?
There would be the to your left and behind you, but the ones to your left are all dead because they got shot.
Hmm.
How far is the priest?
He'd be 75 feet from you.
Ah,
Ah.
and of the
How
guards.
convenient.
And of the guards.
The nearest one is 10 feet.
Okay. Are any of them still in the circle, or are they dispersing towards?
They're all in the circle still.
Yeah.
They're all just kind of like
The
running a
man with
ring.
the giant electricity whip.
Yeah, they're
They're
all
all what?
running. They're all running around like the inside of the circle. So they're still in the clearing in the middle, but they're running around the sides to get to you guys. And then the closest two among that group would be like, I mean, hold on, I could do some quick math and tell you.
I don't think I need to know how close they are. Alright, so I'm gonna explain to you what I want to happen. Well, what I hope to happen. I hold my action, and like wait for the guards most of them to pass. Well, this guy like next to me is like, so my buddy here, right? And then hold on. And then as like the other guards pass the ring, like they're leaving the ring, I would then like fire gout this guy or somehow like kill him in a sense, do something to him and get closer to the priest.
I mean, you can only hold one action, first of all. But secondly, let's see, they can each move 15 feet in one turn. Yeah, okay. You can hold your action to after the other guards get into like out of the middle circle, then you kill the dude. That could be the trigger. You do that, but then you're like gotta fire the guy in front of you.
Yeah, but I don't want to gout of fire him just yet.
So how do you want to kill him then? You have no gun.
I kind of want to just move past him.
I mean, you can do that right now. You can just walk past him now.
Yeah, I'll be like, better yet, I'm like, here, drag him away from the civilians as I walk closer to the priest. Boom.
All right, so are you going to double move or one move?
How close will I get in one move? You said 75. I'll be 50 away.
You can get 50 feet closer. You'll be within 25 feet of him if you double move.
25 feet within the yeah. I'll double move only because all of my attacks are 30 feet. So you know.
Okay, so you just sprint. You like knock over the velvet rope and you run past the guard. The guard's like, "Hey, what the heck? What, nurse? the priest doesn't need your help."
I go, but it's more clear over here.
He seems confused.
That's good.
That is your turn.
Last time with the recorder, so.
That is your turn. Up next is the guards' turns. All 8 of you see you sprinting across this open field, towards their boss. So they're not gonna train their gun. They'll stop running and they train their guns on you. They're like, "Do not move. We will shoot you."
And I go, "Don't worry, I'm helping him," as I point like to the dead guy and hoping the priest or the guard is moving his dead body.
I mean, you're like 40 feet away from the dead guy, so.
That looks very sus, doesn't it?
Yes, you're
okay.
You would be like over halfway into the circle at this point.
Oh, okay. I thought, my idea of things were not how I was imagining them. Can I like just move 25 feet?
Okay. Then you would be 15 feet away from the dead guy.
Yeah.
Which is a bit more reasonable, I guess. They still train their guns on you.
Yeah, that's fine.
And the guys are like, "Freeze!"
At least I'm not like super far away from the dead guy. So.
Okay, you're 50 feet away. That makes you 50 feet from the priest. So the guards, they all
hold my.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I want to hold my second action as a movement type of deal, but I don't think they're gonna untrain their guns for me anytime soon.
No, you're in the circle. They're basically yelling at you to like get back in the circle, get back across the line, or we will shoot. You have 6 seconds to comply. And they're gonna hold their action. Okay. So if on your next turn, if you don't move, they will shoot you. Or if you take any offensive actions, they will shoot you. Or if anybody else makes any offensive actions towards the priest or them, they will shoot you. So.
Great.
That's their job. That's their turns.
Oh, man.
Next up is Ainsley. He's gonna walk up 5 feet to the barely conscious, prone butler who's like, and he is going to clench his fist and his bionic arm, the knuckles.
Is he gonna steal my coup de grace?
Yep. and he picks up the butler with one arm, and he lifts him by the front of his suit up off the ground, and he just reels back, and then and he just no damage or check needed. He just pastes this dude's head, just chunky salsa,
motherfucker.
and the dude is incredibly. His face looks like mashed potatoes, but red mashed potatoes. Gone, and then he just drops the body, and his hand is covered in blood. He's running down his arm. That's his whole turn. Up next is.
Oh, you know what I could have fucking done? I thought about it too late.
I am currently kind of mad.
Ooh, what?
But you know what? It's elimination of a threat.
It is, yeah. That's why I did it. He was like, well, I don't want to give him another turn to do something, and like gank one of us, so I'm not giving him the chance to.
He wouldn't have been able to.
He would have
He would
tried.
have spent half of his turn getting up.
No, he doesn't need to
and then
get
he
up to
would
do
have
his
had to have
abilities.
moved.
He would have just done it.
I just thought you to.
So the preacher is going to spend one action at minimum, anyway. Finish working the ritual again. Second action, he sees you running towards him, and he looks to you, and he's going to cast command. And his command is, I could be mean, or I could be not as mean.
Can I even resist this?
Yes, you can. So give me a luck check at disadvantage. No, luck check. Willpower check at disadvantage.
Oh wait. I'm not dumb. I just remembered something.
Okay, you said will at this?
Yes.
10 and 7.
Okay. So he turns to you and he says, "Sleep," and you feel this wave of energy into your brain, and you're like, gay, and then it goes away. You're unaffected. And that's his turn. Up next then is Think Tank.
Right. I'll keep moving around.
All right. At this point, you would probably be like so we know, like, there's the y-axis and the x-axis. Well, you're on the right side of the x-axis. You're like perfectly in the middle, horizontally speaking, of the outside crowd of the circle. Now, if you use your full movement, like both, double movement.
All right. I will just keep getting closer to the priest so I can zap him.
All right. So you use maybe your double movement, and you get up to that halfway point. The guards all past you at this point. They're all focused on Kyle and don't see you. I mean, the one guy literally can't see you, but the rest of them are too busy looking at Kyle.
Ooh, you could friend or foe a guard.
You could.
Actually, would that work against me?
No.
No, not at this point. No. They think you're an enemy now.
No, no, I know they think I'm enemy, but like, would they be like, what? Shoot her,
No, they'd be like,
No,
this
be
woman
like,
is my
"Oh,
friend.
shoot them.
Yeah.
No,
They shoot the
the
civilians
other guards.
again, but yeah, the other guards would see. They currently see you as an enemy. So if he friends or foes one of them, then they'll see you as a friend, and everybody else, the civilians and the priest, and the now deceased butler as enemies.
No, I'm talking about like the 7 other guards.
I mean, they wouldn't see you casting a spell, so they probably. Well, actually, that would trigger their held action. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, that would trigger them to be, whoa, quick, gun her down, and they would.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, Xavier spends his turn moving, getting into position. In that case, then back up turn order. It is Dynamo's turn. The butler has been slain.
Where am I in conjunction to the guy?
Which guy?
The priest guy.
You are 100 feet away.
Oh, joy. Joy. Are there any guards near me?
Yes, there is
No,
one.
They're all trained on.
Well, they're all trained on Kyle, but there is one like 30 feet away from you right now. The guy that was by the dead dude that turned around and is facing Kyle.
Interesting.
No,
My
Not
first
interesting. Not
my
interesting.
first action is I'm gonna try and take some of that heat off of Kyle. For my first action, I'm gonna reach into my pocket
Mhm.
and I'm gonna grab one of my batteries because I just have batteries on me. I
Make a
completely
luck
forgot
check.
that I had batteries.
Make a luck check. See if you
And,
actually do have batteries.
It would only be natural to have a couple on me. That's a 7.
Okay, you do.
Nice. I'm gonna grab one and drain it.
All right. You get
That's
you get
sweet
2
charge.
charge levels back.
Hey, let's go.
Is this?
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use restrain on the guard 30 feet away from me.
All right. Make the perception check.
Does that trigger their action?
I mean, they would see where it came from, so no, because they would know who did it. They would know that it wasn't you. Actually, probably would, because they would assume you're with the guy who did that. So yes, it would.
Big.
Wait, would that bring the heat onto me or
No.
On
Xavier?
the Kyle.
Or Kyle?
On the Kyle.
But if it hits him, then he goes flying outward. That
No,
doesn't make
Yes,
any
but-
sense.
their held action is their trigger is if anything is done to any one of them or the priest, they shoot me.
Yes, because they know that Kyle's an enemy,
Can I?
and they're saying, get out of our circle or we shoot you. So if they see that anything sus going on, they're gonna assume that either Kyle did it or he's with the guys who are doing it and gun
Or
Kyle down.
what you could do is hold your action and wait until I leave the circle.
What I think I might do is I'm going to hold a restrain until the priest gets into at least 30 feet, is it?
I think
Yeah,
so.
30 feet.
Okay.
Yes, 30 feet.
All right. You can hold that action. In that case, up next then is Kyle. You are 15 feet away from now. Yes, 50 feet away from the red velvet line that is the edge of the circle, and there are 8 armed guards
15 or
aiming guns at you.
yeah, I'm leaving.
All right, you're gonna turn back around and run back at the outside of the circle.
I'm pretty sure if I move any closer, I get shot.
I mean, it isn't their turn, and that isn't like moving closer wouldn't trigger their action, but their turn is next after yours, so then they would gun you down.
Yes, I see, what I can do makes no sense. Is anyone within 10 feet of me?
Anybody in 10 feet? No. The one guard that was by the dead body is 15 feet away from you. You're not moving anyway.
Because I wanted to like flame gout, then fire leap back into civilians. Totally not like having the guards shoot through civilians or anything. But you know what I mean. Is that a plausible thing?
So you want to flame gout the guy near you and then leap away?
I'm just wondering if that's a possible thing. I probably won't do that only because I'm saving flame gout for the priest.
I mean, it's up to you.
I think I'll just move away just so that if I move back into the circle, will their held actions not be triggered anymore?
If you leave the circle again, they'll have to hold a different action. Like if you leave this turn
yes,
and the
I would.
next turn go back in, they won't have that held action to automatically trigger. But they still go right after you
will
anyway,
leave
so
the
they'll still gun you down.
Yeah. I'll leave the circle.
Right? She's spending one action to run back across the line. The guy near you is like, "What are you thinking, man? You were gonna get killed."
I'm like, but it's too crowded over here.
He's like, "Well, all right, hold on. I'll call some priests over and they'll help clear the way." And he talks into his radio and asks for some Justicars to come and help take the bodies off and like take them back to the
That's
infirmary.
not what we wanted.
Nope, but it's what happens.
It's definitely not what I wanted. But you know what? That's okay.
So how are you gonna talk your way into this one, Kyle?
Yeah, man, you're
Very
top tier
easily-
lies.
Bro, very easily crouch down and begin to look like I'm medically assisting this guy.
All right, so we're gonna fake helping
How
one
are
of the
you gonna lie your
civilians.
way out of it?
Huh?
Do you want to fake helping a civilian?
Aren't I fake helping the dead guard?
Well, if I mean, I don't know. Are you? Who are you trying to fake help?
Isn't that the guy I'm worried about?
I mean, there are also 8 dead civilians right next to said dead guard, so they're worried about
but does
everybody,
he
to
care
be
about
honest.
Does he care about the civilians?
I mean, he called for backup to help the civilians. So yes, they do, to a degree anyway.
Okay. I suppose I'll fake help a civilian.
All right, make a charisma check to fake help the civilian.
Right, charisma check. It is. That's a 9. Fake
All right.
helping.
You look to be fake helping. Pretty good. He doesn't, the guard doesn't comment on your fake helping. The other guards, they're going to. Oh, actually, I know what they're going to do. There are 8 of them. Oh, perfect. They all converge on the center of the circle and perfectly surround the main priest. Every single square around the priest in a 5-foot radius is filled with a guard who is training their rifle at the outside of the circle, and they're all calling for backup. They're all like, "This is getting out of hand. That butler guy got his head punched off. We need aid."
Right, that's perfect actually, because if all right, it's perfect, and I'll tell you why. Right, so you know how Xavier's character can create a wall that they can't shoot through,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
So he puts the wall in front of me. I get close enough to where I can use fire gout, like, and then take out legitimately like 3 enemies at once.
Well, first of all, he can't move the wall once he places it. He have to replace it. And then secondly, your attacks get blocked by the wall as well.
Oh yeah. No, that's see that's the thing, right? He places the wall. I hold action, and then fire gout.
That would work.
Yeah, a lot of hold actions this session.
Yes, very strategic game this is. So that's the enemy's turns. They have to their entire turns moving and getting set up. Then that makes it the preacher's turn. Both actions. Work on ritual.
Complete the circle then?
Huh?
Can he not complete the circle then? If they're surrounding him?
We can still move basically. They all kind of move with him. But he doesn't have to move a ton. He basically he's been working from the outside in the entire time, like walking around with the stick. So he's worked halfway in, and he's just kind of slowly getting closer and closer into the center. So after that's his preacher's whole turn. He's not in range of anybody to actively cast a spell anyway. Think tank. You are 95 feet away from the nearest guard and 100 feet from the priest. You're also like 60 feet away from your companions.
Pain and suffering.
Pain indeed.
So, am I doing the wall thing, Kyle?
I would need to be like. I'm assuming I can use flame gout through people.
So how that would work is you can use it through people, but you would roll damage, and like you know how like the sleep spell worked in D&D, where like the total like damage pool and you have to kill other things to get to the target. Yeah, you burn your way through the civilians to get through the person you want to hit.
Okay.
So you just have 50 health, by the way. So
Okay.
you would know.
I would need to be at least close enough for it to go through one guard. So I need to be what, 30.
You need to be 25 feet away from the nearest guard.
I would need to be 20 to hit the priest. Right?
No.
Yeah, no, 25.
Yeah,
You're
25.
right. And if you can deploy it that far, I don't mind.
I'm gonna check the range and the deployable. Actually, you might not be able to reach that far because Xavier did move very far away from you guys, trying to flank around, and the guards changed their gimmick. Wall. Never mind. Actually, there is no listed range. Just line of sight. So yeah, he could do that.
Yeah, I would say do that.
So where do you want to put it exactly? Like 25, like 20 feet away from the guards, exactly, to be there and just so he's like get Justin and up to where he needs to get, and then use it, or.
So let me reiterate the plan. I put down a wall. Kyle walks up to the wall, and then when Kyle shoots fire, I drop the wall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
Only using the wall so I don't get shot at, really.
Actually, no, it will take you like 2 combat turns. Well, it'll take you 2 actions of movement to get up to where the wall needs to be, basically, Kyle. Let's keep that in mind.
Yeah, I know. I have to deal with this guard next to me first.
He moved to the circle too. He's already up in the center.
Oh, so there's no guard next to me.
No.
Oh, sick! Thank you, Dakota.
You're welcome.
I was really worried this guard was gonna be my buddy. He's like, "All right, how do I help you, nurse?" And just fucking go away.
Yeah. So, Xavier, I assume you put the wall where it needs to be then, 20 feet away from the guards, in front of where Kyle is?
Yep.
Alright, that's your first action. Do you want to do anything else, or just move, or stay put?
You friend foe a guard?
Say what?
You friend foe a guard? Wait, did they now turn on the three and their other guard buddies, or more civilian casualties?
What? Oh, I guess now they would attack their guard friends and the priest because they are closer to them than they are to the civilians.
But
you
I don't
can't
think
do
I'm within
both.
range for that. It's also
That's a smart move
yeah.
at this point.
But they're both concentration, so you can't do both.
Oh, okay.
Most of Xavier's stuff is concentration because he's a telekinetic.
I will keep that in mind.
So
I mean,
I
at
guess
this point, it would be smart to do friend or foe.
Yeah, but you can't do both with the wall.
That is fair.
He could shock a civilian to death. Or stun them. Stun a civilian.
I think I'm just gonna head back towards the boys now that the flanking strat is kind of a bust.
All right. So you begin making your way back. You would get like 25 feet closer. So you're 35 feet away from the boys. That's your turn. Back up turn order, Mr. Dynamo. Great.
What am I able to do at this point? What can I even do?
I mean, I don't know.
Who am I close to?
Civilians and Ainsley.
That's it?
And I guess
Eh?
Kyle would be like 20, 30 feet away from you, 25, 30 feet away from you right now.
Yeah, but I can't do anything with that.
You can get behind this now wall that's in front of me.
It's a fair point. I'll do that.
All right, so you move up to like where Kyle is to kind of get cover behind the wall. Do you want to move into the circle, or do you stay outside of the circle and just kind of sit next to Kyle?
Would it help?
I don't know.
Next to me?
Like, how far away is the priest at this point?
From you right now, he would be 75 feet away.
How much health does he have?
You don't know.
Well, this is just a person, so I'm assuming it's low.
Priest, though.
Who cares? He's busy. Hey, my electro whip doesn't have any range on it.
Whips have 30 feet range.
Oh, damn it. Damn.
They won't be to hit anybody because the walls there.
Tried to play that. I really can't do anything, so I'll hold action, yeah, I guess.
Alright.
Just move up with it.
In that case, it goes to Kyle's turn. I assume you want to spend both of your actions running up.
Oh, you know it.
Alright, so you run across the circle. You get 50 feet. So you're almost to the center of the circle at this point. And then, that's your whole turn. You're running. The enemies, the three that can shoot at the wall without shooting a friend or the priest, will open fire full auto at you, which means I need Xavier to make 12 endurance checks.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, no. Wrong. Oh, yeah, 12 endurance checks, yeah. So on full auto, each attack requires a concentration check.
Oh no.
I thought we condensed this last time, but
We did, yeah, but now it actually... Before, it didn't matter because you were going to win that fight anyway. This is a boss fight. This you have to actually, follow the mechanics of.
alright, let's see. 7,
Okay,
9,
okay,
10,
okay,
5,
okay.
3. Oof.
That still passes. Barely.
Okay, that's the first 5.
Okay.
And my luck ran out.
I got a 1.
Yep.
Alright, so I'm going to roll the damage for that. You take half of it. Back as, like, psychic backlash damage, basically.
Less than pretty sure.
So you take Xavier. 85 damage. As the bullet,
What the hell am I taking 85 damage for?
because you take the attack that hits the wall, that makes you lose concentration, makes you take half damage of the attack.
It's not half, Lamau.
It's not half? I thought it was
It's
half.
not half.
Let me look at this. Oh wait, no, it's 1/10 of the incoming damage. So in that case, you would take
Yeah, Xavier, tell him.
you would take 170 divided by 10, which is 17. You take 17
Tell him,
damage.
Xavier.
So I'll just run that to 20. So you down to 110 health. Oof. Your brain hurt. You get like a migraine, and you're like nose begins to bleed a little bit. So that was what, half of them that you did. So I'm gonna roll.
It broke on the 6th.
Yeah. So I'm going to roll 6 endurance perception checks at -2. Fail. At a -2. Fail. Ooh, oh, that's a -1. That's a hit. So 1 does hit. 5th one, fail. Fail. So 1 does hit you. You can't dodge bullets, so you just take the damage. It's probably kill you. Ooh, you're lucky. Only 120 damage.
Yep.
So you're down to 30 health as you race forward. These and the wall like tanks like half of them, and then it eventually like see this like the same kind of like warbly air shimmer that it had before, the same shimmer that the butler's psi sword had. The shield breaks, and a bunch of bullets they whiz past you, but one of them smacks you right in the chest, and you're just like, oh, as you run past. You're still alive. You're still alive. You're not doing too hot, but you're okay.
Oh, definitely not. Okay, so what was I gonna ask? I'm now within 20 feet of them.
Yes. You don't have any actions because you use both of your turn to get up to this point, but you are within 30 feet. Yeah.
So next turn, I gotta make sure it counts.
Up next then is Ainsley, who will
Cry.
he's gonna start moving. He's gonna move next to Dynamo and just kind of like watch and wait. You know, somehow he's gonna react to it. In that case, it is the preacher's turn. He spends his actions casting the spell, the ritual. Up next, also at this point, as he kind of finishes this round of combat, the ritual circle, and it connects, and immediately it, and this kind of, I guess it would be like a reddish glow, like shoots up, like a couple of feet from the lines of the ritual lines in the sand, in the dirt, and begin to like shimmer and like sparkle and twinkle.
Good.
Yeah, the ritual is nearing completion. Is that complete yet? No. That's the chance of more first. Then it's his turn.
Oh no!
Then it comes to Think Tank.
Oh no! Wait, isn't it top of the turn order?
No.
No.
Oh.
Think
Oh
Tank
no!
first.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
Trying to think what I can do in this situation.
You know what we could do?
Run.
You could just have Ace incinerate the entire area, start running, and Ace can incinerate the entire area.
Actually, how close am I to Kyle's character?
Kyle would be 25 feet from the dudes, and that would mean that he is 50 feet from the barrier, so he would be 80 feet from you.
Okay, well then I can walk up 20 feet and shield him. Or
Okay.
her, I guess.
So you walk up and boom.
This is a bad idea.
That is that personal shield, right? Personal force field. Yeah, personal force field. Okay, so then you do so. That requires a endurance check. So you.
Never mind, Kyle. Looks like you're fucked.
You got another 1?
Oh no.
Fate has it out for you.
Oh, okay. So you try to. I think. Do you take damage for failing?
Not a 1, 2.
Oh, a 2. Okay. Yeah.
Oh no.
So barely fails. So you try to focus, but the gunfire is too loud, and after your migraine you got from that wall thing is just too distracting, and you can't. Also like the big glowy lights and stuff all around you really sucks for a migraine. I should know.
And the
Impossible.
chanting.
Yeah, and the chanting. Oh God. Oh, I would not want a migraine in this place right now. Jesus Christ. So yeah, you just can't focus enough to shield your compatriot. That is your turn. Back up turn order. I have to make it look. It's your turn, Mr. Dynamo.
I'm gonna turn to Ace.
Yeah.
Are you okay with incinerating this entire area?
How would she do that?
Fire. Indescribable amounts of fire.
She can just
Yes.
summon hell. She only has limited abilities.
Actually, wait, no, he is technically right.
I mean, Gout of Flame is pretty good. You could definitely gank most of the people here.
Ring of Fire.
Ring of Fire.
Okay, here's my question. Now, if you flame leap and then gout of fire, do you think you can kill the priest before he gets the skill off?
I wouldn't need to flame leap first at all.
Yeah, you could just
How close is the priest right now?
30 feet.
He's within the Gout of Fire.
30 feet exactly from where Kyle is.
30 feet?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm with Kyle.
No, you're back. You are.
Is he 30 feet from me?
No, he's 100 feet from you.
Oh.
So you didn't
Alright,
run in
then
the
I'm
circle.
safe. Alright.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
We're a ways away.
Okay. Yeah, gotta fire this man. And if it doesn't kill him the first time, it'll kill him the second time. I'll hold action. And, if anything, I'll duck down.
Okay. You duck. In that case, it is Kyle's turn.
So that the guards don't have a line of sight on me.
Right, Gout of Fire twice.
Gout of Fire. 30d 100 damage. Okay.
Two willpower check.
Yes.
Sounds so far away.
8-9.
8.
8-9. All right. So deal. So yeah, do them separately. This is good to keep track of.
All right. The first one is a lovely 216.
Let me have a look. I have to check the guard's health. I think the first guy survives that actually. Let me see. Where's Spherical Church? Here he is. No, he doesn't. So you, the first one you, actually, what? No, it's fire. So you, your first hand, you did 216. You said
216, yes sir.
216.
A 90.
So it's 116 damage onto him. I'm going to do some quick subtraction.
Hey, how'd you get a 16?
Minus
99 plus 21 plus 96.
is
How'd you get?
no 1.
How are you getting these
Because he's
percentiles?
rolling percentile
Oh,
dice, not
Oh,
d10 times 10.
210, my bad, I guess. If it's percentile.
210.
I don't use
Minus.
percentile dice. I just straight roll.
We do D100, don't we, for this?
Yeah, but I also don't use percentile dice.
10.
I straight roll a D100.
That's what I'm saying.
140.
It's just straight rolls of D100. You don't use percentile. So it wouldn't be 216.
It'd be 220 or 210. If you want to
Well,
play.
if you're rounding up from 216, then it would be 220.
Okay.
If you're rounding down, then it'd be 210.
Yes. Roll your second.
So are we
melange.
rounding down or up?
All right. The next one is a lovely 200 in the back.
200. Lucky. So, big man, Mr. Preacher Man, because he's an important villain character, he gets certain special abilities that are story specific, right? And they are once per mission abilities, and the one that is applicable in this case is called Watch Out, Sir, where a nearby minion can take the damage of an attack in lieu of the character. So, he uses his ability reaction. He spends his reaction. He uses it, and the guy next to the man that Kyle first burned with his first attack leaps in front of the second one, and poof, he gets blasted instead. It does still hit the preacher for for 100 damage because the goon only has 100 health. So the preacher is looking really rough. Definitely severely wounded, severely injured.
How many guards are dead?
How many guards? 2 out of the 8. So they're down to 2 out of the 9. So you're down to 6.
All right, boys. I could do this one of 2 ways: heal myself, or another. Yeah.
Finish it. Just
Wait. I need to see if I can do gout again. I don't think I can do gout.
No, you have cooldown.
Yeah, I cannot do gout again. But
you can fist of fire. You can't move closer to him. You could tongues of fire him.
anything with 30 feet range.
I could technically ring of fire.
Yeah.
What
Or you
does
could
that do?
tongues of fire him.
That's healing though.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, you could ring of fire.
I have 2 healing.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Ring of fire.
Let's see.
Do Ring of Fire. Screw it.
Alright, process through the fire. They take. Yeah, but they need to pass through it for it to actually do anything.
Yeah. You would trap him in his spot, basically, or trap the guards in the circle.
If I do ring of fire,
if you made it a 5-foot radius and then you centered it on the priest, it would hit the remaining goons. All of them.
Yeah. Can I do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Will this mechanically do anything to them shooting at me if they so choose?
If you make the fire come up underneath them, then they would first of all have to move to get out of it, or they would die on their next turn, or on your next turn rather. Well, actually, no. If they moved out of it, then they would take that. Then they would cross over it. So they would get. So if they move out of it, so if you make it centered on them and they move out of it, then they would take damage. If they don't move out of it, they would get disadvantage to shooting at you because they have to shoot through fire.
And there you go. That's my second turn.
All right, give me that willpower check then.
Yes, sir.
Also, I think you need before you do anything, actually. So rewind those attacks on the priest. I need you to make me an endurance check to stay conscious because you are only at 30 health. At a -1 too, by the way, because you're at 30 and not 40.
I see. Well, that's a 9 then.
Okay, never mind. Nothing happens. You're still conscious. So make me that willpower check to do the ring of fire.
Ring of fire.
Yeah, Johnny
That's
Cash
also
plays in the background. All right, you succeed. The ring of fire. So you're gonna make it pop up underneath the guards then.
Yeah, so they get disadvantage on their attacks.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is it raining?
In real life, yes.
Oh, shit.
In game, it's a beautiful day. Okay, so it's your turn. It's the enemy's turns.
Huh.
They are in fire. Not currently taking damage from the fire, but they are in fire. They're going to fire their guns, ironically, at Kyle. They're only gonna. Each of them's gonna fire twice. So only a -1 to hit, but it is advantage. So that's 12 shots at disadvantage, which is 24 dice rolls. Jesus Christ.
Just do an auto roller.
Six,
Just
seven,
do an auto roller.
6, 9,
Didn't you-
12. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we go. All right. And then I will separate them all to pairs of 2. And then they can all be so I don't like mismatch and accidentally like attribute different dice to different rolls, you know, because it's a disadvantage. Don't wanna accidentally give somebody a better or a worse roll than they actually got. Alrighty, actually I'm gonna space this one out a little bit more. Okay, this will probably kill Kyle.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Let's see, that is already
Well, if you fall
One
to 0,
success,
I can give
2
you a jolt back
success.
to life. Or at least like restart
3
your arc.
success.
If we can heal you up.
So
That's some serious rain.
1.
I was
It
not
fails.
expecting this.
2,
Oh yeah, that's some heavy rain.
3, fail, 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 fail.
Am I listening to all of these failures?
Only 3 actually passed.
Oh
That's
my
still more than
gosh.
enough.
Oh my gosh.
Because the minimum amount of damage per
Well,
those
that's
shots is 10. It was 30 damage, and he has 30 health, so he automatically dies. Well, not dies, but like goes
Okay.
unconscious.
But can he get a mercy roll from this?
Wait, I'm not gonna have him die
As in?
anyway, so it doesn't matter. You do have a roll on the critical
okay.
injury table. So you make the ring of fire pop
no.
up, and the goons they like and they're freaking out and they're trying to stomp the fire out and they can't 'cause it's magic. And so they're firing at you wildly. Most of them do miss. A whole like 8 of them miss. No, 9 of them miss. But unfortunately 3 do connect and they like enter in slow motion, dramatic last stand. And Kyle, bleeding from several bullet wounds, collapses backwards onto the field, deceased or unconscious. You don't know which. Roll me a d20, please, Kyle.
I just realized Ainsley could have stopped those bullets.
He can't. Actually, he could have stopped. I think like 1 of them or 2 of them. But that wouldn't matter. Only 1 needed to pass. Jeez, it is serious rain.
Yeah. Yeah.
What'd you
it's
get,
pretty
Kyle?
bad.
20.
You got a 1?
Is that a 20 I heard?
20.
They're 20. 20, you say?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, I don't
20, I
believe you.
Please tell me that that's not like one of the serious ones.
Okay. Then I'll re-roll again.
No,
No,
it's fine,
give him
it's
the
fine,
20.
it's
He
fine.
rolled a 20.
If you roll a 20, then it's fine. In that case, you don't suffer any permanent injury. The wound isn't permanent.
Oh yes.
You got
I-
what Ian
I'll
usually
only-
rolls.
that up. I only back that up. Reserve healing flame. That's it. Only reason I'll give that.
Yes, you have like internal healing flames that came to stop you from losing an arm or something, or getting PTSD. I guess brain flames.
I re-roll, by the way, just in case you wouldn't take the 20. I got a 19.
Well, 19. I'll tell you what a 19 was, in case you wanted to take the 19 instead. 19 isn't much worse either. I don't think they go in like 1 is the worst, being instant death, and then 20 is the best. So the higher you roll, the better it is. So with the mercy roll, this is something different. Let's go back down. Under damage, 19. You're only knocked prone. It would happen anyway, so it doesn't make a difference.
What the fuck?
So yeah. So you all watch Ace drop from 3 bullet wounds. That's the
Oh,
guards'
no.
turns. It is now Ainsley's turn. Ainsley will run it across the field. He can get 7, 14. He can get
Is the ring of fire still up?
no. That drops. That's
Oh, no.
concentration. What's ooh, we can actually almost get there. So so Ainsley has his whole turn. He runs 70 feet, 14 squares across the field. He's only 30 feet away from the goons and from the priest, but it's still too far. He can't. He doesn't have a gun. He can't reach attack anybody. That's his turn. However, he can take a few bullets, so it's good that he's out front. Up next then is I can remove Ace from the counter because he's unconscious. She's unconscious. After Ainsley goes the priest.
This is pain.
The priest.
Boss fight first character getting up.
He does his magic thing. The lines grow brighter, and you see the ground begins to shake at this point. Like so bad, like the ground is cracking open and stuff at this point. It's like full-on earthquake. The sky is darkening. It's pretty intense. That's his turn. Then it is Think Tank's turn. You are way in the back.
Lamau, XD, hilarious.
But you need to make a check for.
I'm not sure.
He's fine.
Huh. Huh.
Ooh, goody. This is.
Let's see. How far away are the guards from me?
95 feet.
95?
Yep.
Honestly, we should probably just get out of the circle.
I think.
Actually, no. They would be. I stand corrected. They would only be 60 feet because you moved into the circle to attack the one guy, or no, to shield Kyle. So yes, they're only
The way I
60
see it, Xavier. Dakota's 30 feet away, but now the circle is being close to complete. It's almost complete. It is one turn away from being complete, I'd say.
Yes.
Well, I have one last ditch
action
effort
finished,
I
so.
could
One
do,
last ditch
and
effort.
I could friends from foe, or depending, I could try and like step a bit closer and like stun priest guy or shoot him. Or
I
could
would
friends
just
from
say
foe.
friends from foe, one of the guards. Because they now have a clear idea which one of us is, like, that we are the bad guys.
The only ones who aren't in the
And-
circle right now is John. The rest of you are in the circle, including Ainsley.
Yeah. But I was still identified as a threat.
Yes, because you've been lightning people for the past minute.
Yeah. I would say friends from foe is a pretty good option considering that the guard could just whip around and shoot the priest.
Actually, am I in range to attack the priest with any of my stuff?
No, he would be 65 feet away from you. You can move.
Alright, so I think I'm gonna friends from foe.
Okay. One of the guards, I
who?
assume?
Yeah.
If you
Alrighty.
can't go for the guard right behind the priest.
I mean, they're all in melee with.
I think I can
him,
only
so-
get the ones closest to me.
Yes,
Oh,
you have a choice of two of them right now. Because the third guy that you would have been able to had was the second guy that died to Kyle's Gout of Flame.
Because the whole thing is that I'm too far away to do anything. I have no, like, available actions. My only real option is grabbing Kyle and getting out.
Yeah, and he's gonna grab Kyle and get out. That's his current plan. He's like, uh-oh, this is Fubar. We're getting out of here.
Yeah, so if you can friends from foe and just start having the guard go ballistic,
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
that can
Alrighty.
provide us a chance for escape.
In that case, give me. It's an endurance check, right?
I believe so.
Yes.
5.
All right, you pass. He can't resist. He says this is a guard. Friend from foe. All right. He can't do anything on this right now because it's not his turn. But on his turn, he will do his thing, and he will freak out. Right now, he kind of like sees you halfway to him, and he kind of like has the ability, and he's like, "Oh, hey man," he waves at you, 6 feet away.
And I wave back, and
who
how
else?
far are the other boys to me? Like Kyle and
Kyle
Ainsley.
would be on the diagonal, probably like 75, 80 feet away, and Ainsley would be
I'm
like
5 feet
a little
away
bit
from
farther.
you.
No, he's on the other side. Also 60 feet.
Oh,
in front.
okay.
So he is
Okay.
like.
So we're like
he's
opposite each other.
well, you're 45 degrees on the circle from each other, basically, and he's also in the circle closer to the. Yeah, it's complicated. It's a circle. It's weird. But yeah. So on the guard's next turns, he will do his thing. That is your first action, Mr. Think Tank.
well, by the time my turn comes around next, the priest will have already done the thing if nothing else interrupts him. So I'm thinking I'm probably just gonna back off.
Okay, you're gonna lead the circle then.
I am outie.
All right. So you're like, take that, buddy, and then you turn around and run away. All right. Cool. In that case, that's your turn. Back up turn order, Mr. Dynamo.
I don't even think I can do anything. How close am I to Ace?
Ace. Let's see.
Yeah.
See, I had to get. So she would be 75 feet away from you.
Alright, I gotta back out.
Ainsley can get her. Don't worry. He's good. He can
I gotta
sprint.
back out because I don't have anything I can do.
All right. I mean, you're still out of the circle, so. Are you gonna
No,
like leave or like just stay there and?
No,
wait?
I'm gonna try and get over to Think Tank.
Okay.
Like, I'm gonna start moving my way over to where Think Tank is, so we can all be regrouped.
Okay. You can. I think. Yeah, you can pretty much get to him. With 2 actions.
Okay.
So you push your way through the crowd. That's still chanting, by the way. They haven't stopped. All in unison at this point.
Well, when I get over to him, would I be out of the crowd?
No,
'Cause
you're
I don't
both
wanna
still
be
hidden in the
that.
crowd.
Okay. Okay. We should probably get out of the crowd soon.
Let's see, that's your turn. Then it comes to the enemies, who will attempt to shoot at Ainsley. I shouldn't have deleted those dice. Gosh darn it! I deleted all my. Okay. Well, time to do this. Actually, no, it is the same thing. Only need 2. Oh, actually, first the guard that you schwacked. He has an option of 6 people he can target.
Oh, please let him target the proper
So
one.
I'm gonna roll a d6.
1d6.
If he gets a 6, he shoots at the big man.
The priest.
Yes, the preacher.
Oh, please let him get a 6.
You get a 2.
Fuck.
So he shoots at one of his buddies. He's in melee, automatically hits. 300 damage. I can roll. I don't really need to, but I can.
Wait, he has 2 actions, correct?
He does, yes.
So he can take a second
okay,
action
damage.
to shoot, correct?
So he kills the dude that he turns around and blaps. Yeah, I guess he would. The second action to also attack, so I'll roll 1d10 and then divide the number by 2, because there's 5 options left. So if he gets a 10 or a 9, then he shoots the big man. He got a 1.
Fuck.
So no.
Fuck.
He shoots another dude who isn't in melee. So I'll actually have him roll. He misses the first shot, hits the second one.
We don't have time.
He kills him. So there were there are 4 guards in total left. Plus the preacher. That's the enemy's turns. Up next is Ainsley, who will spend, I think he can move 70 feet. He spends 5 feet of movement to pick up Kyle. Then the rest of his movement to book it all the way back out of the circle. He just, bye. He can get, so what's 13 is 6. So he can get halfway back out of the circle before, because it's half movement to drag somebody. So he's dragging Kyle behind him. Kyle, roll me 1d4 for how long you're out.
Well, this would be... It would negate 1 turn off of whatever he rolls because it happened last turn.
The 1d8 is hours, not turns.
Well, minus 1, 3. So it would be 2.
3? No. But no, not
No,
minus
never
2.
mind. Never
The
mind.
3 hours you're unconscious for isn't actually that bad. Usually, people like Ian roll max.
I can shock.
Yeah, you could. I mean, you have to heal him first, but then you could wake him up. He's currently at 0 health, so he is.
He's the only one that can heal.
Can he save your heal? I don't know if he's even checked the healing ability or not.
Nope.
Nope.
No.
What a shame. Yes, yeah,
None of us can heal.
And then you have to wait the 3 hours to wake up naturally at 10 health again. Okay, that's Ainsley's turn. He's running out of the circle in slow motion, Baywatch style, running with fireman carrying Kyle over his shoulders. It's his turn. Up next is Preacher Wentworth. He finishes the ritual. The ground shatters and explodes upwards. The giant beam of light erupts for like a 30-foot radius, so it doesn't quite hit anybody. Well, not any of the party. It kills everybody in the middle, by the way. Instantly dead. This beam of light fires out. The ground erupts in fire and stonework and light and energy. And from what shoots up, this kind of like sleek, dark mass, the shape, shoots up into the air like a rocket, and up into the sky. And as you all begin to run out of the circle and away from the scene, you see what was summoned. There is a dragon in the sky.
Oh no.
And that's what will end this episode.
I hate you. Alright. Well, since we're ending it there, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, do let us know. If you hate Dakota, comment down below. And we will see you next time on Quest for the Core, where I strangle Dakota to a bloody pulp.